WVOK 1230 AM Talk Line 504-582-9422. Always a pleasure to hear from you guys. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning, Laura. It's always good to have you guys here with us on the front porch. Where you at, Kimba?
Good morning, Uncle. Really?
Who's that?
It's Wednesday, and it's the 13th on a Wednesday.
Wednesday the 13th. Is that bad luck too?
I never really subscribed to any luck on any of the 13th. It's another day.
Wednesday the 13th.
Being alive is a cool day.
It's good luck.
Yeah, that
That's
part.
pretty good luck.
That part.
Yes, indeed.
How was your evening yesterday?
Oh, it was good, man. Tuesday night, went over there on St. Claude. By them fellas. Want to do. Them cocktails, solve all the problems of the world. Spike stopped by and had to make the comment. He said, "Damn, y'all talk plenty up in here."
Yeah, and do. That's what happens, of course.
It was a good night, man. It was actually like a regular Tuesday, because that's Tuesday nights like that. It is not for the thin of skin.
You shouldn't be, but last night,
Not in that.
not at all.
Not in that.
Last night, I went to the Christmas concert or the winter concert or whatever they rename and stuff, to be politically correct. But it was the winter band concert at Imari's school, and I was very impressed. The band teacher has done a wonderful job with this group of kids, and as we were talking about music yesterday with Derek Tab and speaking about the roots of music, it takes discipline, it takes focus, it takes commitment to play music and to commit to doing so in order to put on a program. And their set list was nothing to sneeze at. They had Parade of Wooden Soldiers, Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, The Little Drummer Boy, Sweet Little Manger Child, 3 Christmas Spirituals, 3 Shifts, Arctic Blast, Sleigh Ride, Winter Wonderland, The Christmas Song, Saints Hallelujah When the Saints Go Marching In, All I Want for Christmas Is You, and Feliz Navidad. And to put kids together in a room with multiple instruments, multiple different parts, and them practicing and also being able to read and pay attention to the changes all at one time, I really was pleased. And I'm very excited that she has taken an interest again in playing music. And then she even got some critique from my brother.
Oh, okay. All right.
So all of the crew got to go, and being that he has he can say that he's a professional musician. He said, yeah. You played pretty. I mean, he gave like feedback and
what he's learning.
Yes,
he gave what he's learning.
Yes, so that was pretty cool to have them interacting as we were riding home. We were talking in music terms, and the daddy was like, "I have no idea what y'all talking about. I'm so far removed."
And listen, I went in when I had the opportunity to perform with the No Resistance, right? And I know all these cats. Herman and Chris Severin and Chap and Roderick Paulin and I mean all these heavy hit Tal Levine. I'm just telling you, and a killer, right? Bang. And when I'm in the room and they start talking and the conversation goes to music, it's a foreign language. It is a foreign language, the way they talk, but they understand exactly when you come back on that high on the 3. And it's you recognize the words. It's like I know these words, but the way that they're being put together. But again, it's a language. It's a language to itself, and cats talk and they speak back and forth with that, and they're fluent. And they're fluent. And if you don't think so, be like me one day and sit around a group of them.
And sit and listen.
Sit and listen. Some things you pick up maybe because I play some music, I get some of it, but no, these cats this is a full immersion, right? When they sit there and they start talking music back and forth, and then when you hear it come because they talk and then they play. They
Mm-hmm.
talk and then they play. It's like, that's what makes it clear. That's what you talk.
Right.
Now I see because you get an example right then of what he was. So when you come up on the street, no, okay. Now just that, man, I live out there like say, yeah.
Hashtag me too.
Lying. Just lying.
Yes, indeed.
But I much respect for those cats, man. It is so much fun to be there and be around them because that's that whole studio thing that they talk about. Yes, indeed. And what school?
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yes.
What are they? The White Tigers?
Jaguars, I think.
Jaguars.
The Jags. Yes. Patrick Taylor is the Tigers. I think they're the Jags.
They're the Jags. Okay. Okay.
That's another. It's a selective enrollment school, Jefferson Parish.
All right.
And it's a school of smart kids.
Oh yeah.
So, the selective enrollment is that type of school, and just seeing how far they've come between the fall and now, because they moved locations. They used to be housed in Archbishop Blank on the West Bank.
Okay.
But they are now in the old Gretna Middle building, which is on Gretna Boulevard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But so they've got more space.
They got their own space. Yeah,
they've got more space because now they have 6th grade through 12th grade on one campus. So being that they have many more kids on the campus, they're able to include the middle school kids in the band. But they're learning, a lot of them, if you're in the 6th grade, you started in the fall. And there was no summer band camp because the school was moving. So to see what they've done, what the band teacher has done with them over the last short 3 months, like he's done a lot with them.
You gotta love that.
He's done a lot with them, so I'm super excited. And I was proud to listen to them because I am also a music snob. And these are songs that I've heard and I know what they're supposed to sound like. But they did a really good job. So shout out to them.
Kids, man. Good job, y'all. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. Don't go nowhere. We got a couple of bills to pay, so we got to take a quick break. And guess what? We're going to see y'all on the other side of it.
I tried something else.
You say you tried them?
No, I bought different selections.
Oh, peanut.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Is Detroit still there?
Let me check with him. He told me what. Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Raylan Bryant Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
And that's Brother Noward on the other side of the glass, y'all. Right here on this bad Chirren Wednesday, middle of the week hump day, getting it in for you. Glad to have you guys with us right here as we continue to roll through this week, man. Coming right flat dead up on the weekend.
Yeah,
And
it's
then another
rolling.
week after that, y'all will be singing the Christmas cheery songs.
Is anybody signing up to go sing Christmas carols?
I don't know. Are you?
No, I'm not. I have no plans of doing that.
I'm wondering. And now, listeners, y'all going out there?
Anybody going out to sing Christmas carols?
Are you going to listen?
I would like to
Christmas
listen
carol?
to Christmas carols for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to listen to Christmas carols. I enjoy Christmas music, but if you've worked in retail before, and I have, they have like a specific Christmas soundtrack that they send to places that provide retail services or items. And after you've heard them on the loop for about 4 hours, you don't want to hear that no more.
Right. Oh, I know that.
You don't want to hear that no more.
I know that. Years of that when they put it on the system and it's just in the background. You just hear it and you don't hear it.
You
It
want to
becomes
break
white
that
noise.
thing.
Yeah, it becomes white noise.
Yeah, you don't want to hear any of that anymore.
It's all right. It's
Turn it
almost over, kids.
Turn it off.
But we have not had too much. I have not been inundated thus far, but I haven't been shopping.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Have you been in places?
No, I told you I do my shopping at the bookstore. So listen, my life is pretty simple, man. They know y'all gonna get books. I like to do that. Like to support our own local folks and be consistent. That's what you're gonna get. You're on the list. Here's a book for you, and it might be different because this year a Creole Feast has been in reprint.
Okay.
And I have an original copy of a Creole Feast, which is a cookbook.
Yes.
And it is an excellent, it's one of my most prized possessions because not only do I have the original hardcover copy, but it's also autographed by Rudy Lombard, the rest of the day.
Oh.
And I got Rudy to sign it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And a little while after that, he transitioned. And I got, that is, I'm telling you, the recipes and the pictures in a Creole Feast, because it was Nathaniel Burton, who's a very well-known New Orleans chef, and Rudy Lombard, but it is now back in print, and it is just what the name implies.
Mm-hmm.
All of the heyday of New Orleans black restaurants, people from Nathaniel Burton to Leah Chase to Austin Leslie to the
Chazelle.
so
Yeah,
shouts out to Shay.
what?
Folks from Chirren Wednesday,
Mhm.
ladies tell me how to make yeast rolls. I can't call it them, please forgive me, I'll find out. But let me tell you something. It is a treasure chest of the recipes that you like. Stuffed melatonin, stuffed pepper, Leah Chase's gumbo zerd, Austin Leslie stuffed peppers and fried chicken. I'm telling you, it is a treasure. And I share it with you because I just don't believe that knowledge should be kept like that. And I want all the family who are part of it to make as much as they can because it is truly, it went out of print. And if you did not have it, you missed something. But it also contains photographs of those chefs in black and white at that time, younger chefs, and history.
Yeah.
And where they came from, what the different places were. A lot of them make that no more.
The recipes are.
Oh yeah. And it's just something to do. That's it's a great book.
Wow.
Mark said Chazelle had the best yakka meat. Well, I put Sam's up against him.
Okay.
Back in the day on Rampart, I put Sam's up against him.
Have you been to the Yakame house yet?
I have not.
Oh, you gotta go check
To
it
the yakka, I'm happy because I need to go get me some. I had some fun, but I should have remembered that.
You gotta go get you something. It is. I think I've been like 4 times already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a beef. You know, I tried the original one first, and then they have the combination with shrimp and beef and chicken, and they'll do different combos, and it is delicious.
Okay.
It is delicious.
I have to check them out.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Now I had a lot of stuff from Shares though, but I never had yakka beef. And if I got a chance to go to beef from Moncton, we got a chance to go to Shares and I want some peppers and fried chicken. I know what the move was at down at the Shares.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's my grandparents' neighborhood, 6 Ward.
Oh yeah.
Around by the old 35. So I definitely had been there many times. You know, I was talking to when I met Spike Lee. I said, I met you a long time ago when I was like really, really young, but it was at the Praline Connection. Remember the Praline Connection? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I say good to me. We took my grandmother and my great aunt there for their birthdays one year, and I ate so much I was sick.
Oh yeah.
But the food was so good. Every chance I used to be able to get to go. I think up until I think I was pregnant with Imari, I remember going there. And I don't remember how long they stayed open after that, but I know in 2007, 2008, I had been there to eat.
Okay, so they made it through Katrina. Okay.
Because remember, at one point they had like a jazz brunch down the street from the convention center on not on Julia. What was the street?
Yeah, they
headed toward
in that warehouse district down there, the arts district.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of district they call it.
But yeah, they had that jazz brunch over there for a little while. But yeah, no, they made it through Katrina because I was pregnant with Mary in 2007, and I remember going there to eat even after I had her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That was good to me.
30 years.
To me.
On Freshman Street.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, indeed. And they closed before Mardi Gras in its location at 301 Decatur remains. And I just wanted to give us to go. But yeah, I remember the brothers with the hats, man. Praline Connection was there for years.
Yes.
For years. And it was a celebratory spot to go.
It was.
It was one of the spots. It was like Dookie's, like what's my man back there? Eddie's.
Listen.
The original box.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and we used to have those. Man, used to be able to go and only a couple remain.
Yeah.
Little Dizzy's. Dookie's. And there's a lot of them that are upcoming that have started since then. But those old school spots, man, Dookie's is still hanging on.
Yes, they are.
Dookie's is still hanging on.
There are not many people who come here who don't go there.
Yeah.
There are not many people, presidents and royalty and entertainers.
And regular dude, bus driver.
Yeah,
truck driver.
Because you stop by there and depending on the day, get what you want. Holla at Duke and holla at
and that's the next year. That's the beautiful part about it.
Yes. And holla at Eve and even one of the twins is back there. One of the Chase twins is there. But like just stop by. It's just like you go and see your cousins and them.
Oh, it's a wonderful welcome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mom said Praline Connection is the only restaurant I knew that sold black-eyed peas and fried chicken. Black-eyed peas, maybe chicken. But do you count Alexis as a restaurant? Yeah, Alexis is a restaurant. That's where the lips, baby. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. Stick and stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. We got to pay a couple of bills, but we're going to see y'all on the other side of the break.
It is after church. Yes, indeed. I got a picture of was it Lloyd? Okay.
Okay, all right.
Right before they handed over the ownership to Arkeisha.
Wait, what do you do with
Arkeisha Bakke is who's running it now.
Who's running it now? Yeah.
So I had been there before they did the transfer of ownership. And
She doing a great job.
Yeah, she is. He remembered me from a little girl. He used to come over there and eat till you were tired. I said, yeah, I don't do that anymore. But yes.
Tired.
Yes. If it's soul food that is not just over greasy and over salty, but is that like make you feel like you've been hugged from the inside, it's hard to stop it. It's like, oh,
yes,
I would like some more, please. But no, I can't do that, especially if I'm driving. Now, if I don't have to drive, yeah, I'm going to see the car. Because that's uncomfortable. Yeah, we gotta be alert. Yeah.
See, that's why I went to across the lake where the seafood is.
Mm-hmm. Not the bush.
Bush.
Yeah, bush.
Bush. And I went twice. The first time I was driven. I was driving with some people, and got full of stupid. It's just so much. It's just stupid, just insane amounts of food. You've been to bush. But the next time I drove, and I had to drive back, I said, I ain't doing this. I was too full.
Miserable.
I was too full. And I'm trying to come across and I was sleeping. And they passed out because they got the food coma. Nope. I think that's the last time I've been to bush. I think it was. I don't think I've been there since because I know I didn't ride with nobody. I think that was the last time I've been to bush. Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Braylon Brian Banks.
And it's your girl, Kipper White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
And that's Brother Darren on the other side of the glass. Bringing it to you right here on this bad Chirren Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. Trying to get through and roll into the weekend, y'all. Make it happen and make it do exactly what it's supposed to do. Mark said Eddie's own law had the best buffet. No, that must be when you talk about Sunday after church. Yeah. Bro. See that?
Eat till you're tired.
Yes, indeed.
Are you full? I mean, I'm full.
But you want some more? Yeah.
Yes, I would like some more.
Y'all don't do that no more, y'all. Don't do that. Although it is very, well, not today. Not today. Those buffets were different than with.
I mean, it was home. It was start from scratch food, and like I was saying, you know, it's hard to stop eating food that make you feel like you're getting a hug from the inside out. And you know, it's not over greasy, it's not over salty. It's just
good.
Yeah,
man, real good on cooking. And even though it was a buffet, it was always everything was still the same level. Everything was nothing was rushed or coming out the can or no. It was all cooked and probably you heard symphonies in the kitchen.
And that's like, so you know, probably connection. I would always get either the mustard greens or the collard greens from there. And you remember like what you ordered in those places. Eddie's had this macaroni that was nice and you know, and places that cook feel good food that, like I said, it's not too greasy, it's not too salty, and it's seasoned like to perfection. It's hard to stop eating. Yeah, it's hard to stop eating. It's hard to stop eating that food. I'm telling you.
Because I almost kind of feel so. I'm taking people to places. Two Sisters.
Yeah.
And back in the day. Henry's on Claiborne, Henry's Soul Food, right on Claiborne. And, you know, people like, oh, it's hot, oh, it's spicy.
Not quite.
Okay, yeah. We got different palates, folks from different places, man, because when you eat real New Orleans food, man, it's going to start a little part in your mouth because it's going to activate parts of your taste buds that you might ain't never had nothing going on over there.
You don't live here.
You can tell they visited. You can tell they visited. But no, it was good, man.
Yeah.
It was good. That was neighborhood spot. See, that's what it was. It wasn't I wasn't as much of a foodie.
Yeah. Okay.
Then, because you're a kid, you just know what you like. I mean, I was a young man coming up, and even before that, as a kid, my parents used to like to go out to different restaurants and whatnot.
That was a thing.
That was a thing. And it was a treat, man. And we didn't. I knew it was good.
Yeah.
Right. And we go back out to like a place like Tipa Terrace, Mother's Day or Father's Day. It's a Wendy's now, right up on Claiborne, and they had all kinds of exotic meat, boar and ostrich and all this different kind of stuff. And guess what? They used to have like a sample. You could get a wild game sampler, and it would have the toothpick that looked like a paddle, it looked like a fraternity paddle, and it was small, but it would have what it was, elk, bull, moose, like that. And man, my parents would say, "You want to try it?" Yeah. Yeah, I want to try, because I've always had an adventurous palate, but I didn't know that was, I guess that was the beginnings of being a foodie, because I wanted to know, what did it taste like? What did it taste like? My curiosity was always there, and I know that this is a place that ain't gonna serve me nothing, gonna kill me.
Right.
I had that understanding as a kid. The book, absolutely. The book is called A Creole Feast. The book is called A Creole Feast by Nathaniel Burton and Rudy Lombard. And it is out now in the reprint, in paperback. It is available, I know for sure, at the Community Book Center, and I'm pretty sure over at Baldwin. So, Amazon got it too.
Yeah,
Come on, go get
buy local, buy black.
There you go. When you be driving to go get some chicken,
yes.
While y'all get some chicken, stop and get your book.
It's Wednesday night, so if you're stopping over at Baldwin, you can also stop over at the Nova Art Bar, and if you feel like it, go chill on Black Friday. There's plenty to do.
And especially when it comes to spending your money. Great gift. Trust your brother. What you was talking about, it was him, his Uptown. I down around, right on Claiborne. Man, I met Shaq in there when he was still at LSU. Dude was sitting in the booth. Him used to have the boots right along the wall, back on the wall, and his whole leg out in the thing, man. I said, bro, come on, big man, come on, man, get my food, brother. Because you ain't care. You sitting Uptown, baby, you in here and literally sitting the whole bench and his foot out now. But Henry used to have a sweet potato pie, and a slice of sweet potato pie was a quarter.
What?
A slice of sweet potato pie.
Look at Naira's face, like, wait, huh?
He slices pies in full slices. Henry sliced his pies in full. Now, they weren't thick. They were thinner pies, but the crust was so buttery and moist, and it was a great recipe. But your slice was a quarter. At him. Yeah. Oh yeah, big old plates, man. Weightlifting plates. Hold the plate, you do like this. Build up your bicep. Everything that's used, like necks and greens and beans and all the good stuff, man. All the good stuff that we like. Institution Uptown. Tell Henry passed, and then the place went on. I walked in there one day, boy, that dude was on fire. He said, "What's Mr. Henry? How you doing?" Man, they done burnt my damn okra. I told him, your boy, cut that. Boy, and when I tell you, like, picture a Black Hood Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. Now, everybody know Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. I saw this okra. Boy, when I tell you, Chef was mad because it was his place, and he did the majority of the cooking, but he had people working in the kitchen. He was a businessman. Baby, they burnt that okra. And you ain't, man, Gordon would have cowered. Yeah. You would have been in the back, cowering in the freezer. Hiding, yeah. When I tell you he was going, and the place he had people still eating. He didn't care about it. He didn't care nothing. He didn't care. And the people didn't care about it either, because they kept eating. They kept eating, and I came in, and I knew one thing. I couldn't order. Yeah. Because he said, "What you need, Bill? What you mean? I forgot what order. I couldn't tell you what order, but it was not over. And he did not stop fussing. I said, man, you all right? I told him if I wouldn't have told him, it would have been. Baby, that was too funny. That was too funny. But that was the spot right up there on Henry Soul Food, man. I think he was a baker.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I think his profession was a baker, but he also was a cook too.
Yes.
And the place he started selling soul food. But if I'm not mistaken, his background was a baker. But them sweet potato pies, baby, a quarter.
I can't imagine.
4 slices.
I cannot imagine.
Oh man.
I cannot imagine at all.
And you finish it after you made a plate of greens.
Yeah.
You made a whole plate of greens and next gravy, rice and gravy, probably the potato salad. And then you got, I know y'all can feel your arteries hardening just thinking about it.
Well, it depends on how it's cooked. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. You know, soul food does not mean grease and salt.
And so it does.
Now you'll get gravies. You'll get gravies, and you'll get but a lot of soul food had a heavy vegetable component.
Plenty.
You know, you got mustard greens, collard greens, what's another leafy green that you spinach, like those
cabbage, mustard,
there you go. You always had a heavy vegetable component with it.
And it wasn't always cooked with pork.
Right.
Sometimes they would cook it. They would smoke Henry's juice. I think they all everything in there had pork in it except for the pork. Pork had double pork. The pork had double pork. But again, it was soul food. People was doing different things then. But I think if I could find them recipes, it would sell again today.
Of course.
It would sell again today. Because I'd kill y'all, man. I'd get the Henry Soul Food Greens recipe and the recipe for the sweet potato pie and pull out the recipe for Lexus fried chicken. Ooh. And have me a restaurant that's got all the old schools on there. Man, the line would be out from here across the overpay.
You not lying.
Every day.
You not lying.
It was just good food. It really was good food.
Going out to eat was a thing when I was younger. My parents would take us to places like the Windjammer.
Oh yeah.
And Jaegers on Jaegers on the lake, and you also had Jaegers and Gentilly.
Yeah, Jaegers and Gentilly.
And then I'm trying to think, but like even if you went to Marston's or it was an A&P or A&P cafeteria. Was that it?
Was A&G.
A&G cafeteria. And you would go to those cafeterias places and eat good.
You know what was a cafeteria?
What's that?
This where we sitting right here.
Really?
This was Wise.
Okay.
Cafeteria.
Okay.
W-I-S-E.
I've heard of that before. I have heard of that before from my parents. Yes.
Right here, same overpay, because the overpays ain't never moved.
Right. Just the name.
Just the name. That's changed on it along with the street.
Mm-hmm.
But this spot right here was Wise Cafeteria and had great food. You know what I'm telling you? I mean, just like it was a cafeteria, but it was just like we was talking about Eddie's and people that were cooking. It wasn't no shouts out to the people who work in the industry. There wasn't no big trucks backing up with no pre-prepared and everything coming out. You pull out these bags and dump it in the thing, you heat it up, and there's no cooking going on. There was cooking going on in the back of Wise. We're going to talk more about that. I see you caller. Hold on, because we need to take a quick break and pay some bills. Stick and stay, y'all. It's the Front Porch. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. See y'all on the other side of the break.
My grandfather used to be so tickled at my brother and I sitting holding Porch. My grandfather was from the country, Alexandria. So like when we were 2 and 3, we sat at the table and he would just sit there and look at us. We were so tickled that we would use forks and knives at that age. Yes. Yeah, going to eat was a treat. And it was a family thing. It was a thing. We sat and we had conversations.
That's what it was about. That's what it was about.
Yeah.
You sat there and you talked and you laughed with your family and the generation, grandparents, parents, us, and then you see other people. Oh man, but that's what you're gonna. Not everybody at the table. Either if you can get them to the table, they got their phones in their hands. Yeah. If you can get them to the table, they already there, but they're in their own little cocoon. It's like, no, we got to talk. Phones in the basket. let's talk.
Yeah, so that's what we had to institute when we sit down and talk. Like when we sit down and eat together, because we always ate together until like CJ got in high school, but he didn't get a phone until he was 15. But every time he got his, it was time to eat. Yeah, unless you waiting on a job call, just a no.
Ever see? But that's so because even the kids Ash and Jalen and Ryan husband, even when we get it's never because we going. It's like laughing, storytelling, ribbing, catching up, talking shit, and man, you put your phone on, you might be in the middle of a joke and never even know it.
Yeah.
You'll never even know it.
Yeah. Good times. And we used like with my dad too. We used to take him to eat and stuff with my dad. Because my dad, etiquette he was big on that.
Oh yeah. So I know you gotta. I want to know if you know how to act. If I'll never take you out.
Right.
I'll never know. The original jig is on the Legion Field. That's where the pool hall, where that little place is.
That's what a mom was.
I was right there. Keep a tally. Sometimes I tell you, Black, I never put a tally.
Because I used to see him come in.
Tag amusement, all that was up on and on. Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Raylan Brian Banks.
And it's your girl, Kim Boyd, 2-3. Hey, y'all.
Brother Nara on the other side of the glass, y'all, bringing it to you right here on Chirren Wednesday. Dale from the 9, thank you for holding on, my friend. What's cracking?
Man, I'm on this Front Porch color. You know, today.
Gotta dress appropriately.
Yes, indeed.
It's Front Porch, man. That's right. But how you guys doing?
We are well, my
Doing
friend.
well
We
today,
are well.
yes.
Thank you for asking.
So I heard you guys talking about ears in New Orleans, and I want to do an age check.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Do you remember Smorgasbord?
Yes, sir.
No.
I don't realize that there was some cooking in there, but the secret to what was going on in the Smorgasbord was that was a lot of those grandmothers that doubled for jobs that worked in our elementary school.
And there were a lot of school cooks. Yes, sir. There was a lot of smorgasbord. Was that place?
Yeah, and that was before they started measuring and determining what they were going to feed our children. We had grandmothers that were in those kitchens cooking, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Right.
And people didn't realize that. I blew somebody mind when I told them, man, I was in high school, graduated from John McDonald in 1990. We got hot dogs on French.
Oh, and then because they were cooking. If you remember, bro, they were cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
There weren't no trucks pulling up with stuff and they heated up, but it was real cooking. You could smell food all through the school and knew what they was cooking that day.
Yep.
Well, I mean, safe to say that about maybe 10 o'clock on any campus, you can smell the food.
You can smell the food cooking,
yeah.
And on some of them, if you would get there early enough, they'd have a little breakfast.
Well, most schools, when I was in elementary school through high school, they had breakfast and they also had lunch. But I do remember, this is bringing back if you're listening, you went to McDonald 35 on Kellogg Street when it was gumbo and grilled cheese day, and if you knew that it was because you could smell it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get out of that class before lunch, you make sure the straps on your backpack were strapped securely because it was literally a race to get to the cafeteria. And I mean, like, track started running, like leaping over people and things to get to the line first.
Well, Kimber, you know how you go. You know what was the thing that would make you feel special as a child in elementary school in the lunch line?
What's that?
Getting 2 milks.
Yeah. You're right. You are absolutely right.
It was the little things, man.
Man, let me go up the phone before you go back inside. I'm gonna finish right there.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dale.
for
Thank
calling.
you for
Thank you
calling,
for sharing
man.
that with us.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
I remember. So
Smorgasbord, yeah, I remember that, man. That was the precursor of the Brazilian steakhouse. You've been to and like Fogo de Chao or any of the other forgot what it's charcuterista, something like that. But it's all meat. It's just meat and meat and meat and meat
you're in a coma.
Until you're in the coma. And they got some sides too. You just won't get up and fill in the cracks with the beans and some vegetables and stuff. But it is meat.
Until you go into a coma.
You get the meat sweats, man.
I cannot move. And like, oh, you still on green? Okay, here's another one.
And that's what it is. The little pig, and it's not accidental that little tag is a little pig.
Now here's the green.
Turn it over.
Red. I can't do it anymore.
That's what happened to me the first time I went in. My wife and I went in Miami. I said, yeah, I gotta go try this place. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we went in, man, it smelled great. That's one of my big things when I walk in the restaurant. Ooh, it smells like food up this bad boy. Okay. Sat down, man. The people say, okay, this is how you do. The sides are in the middle. You can get whatever you want, and we got this kind of meat and that kind of meat. We'll come around, blah, blah, blah. And this is your little tag. And if it's green, we'll just keep bringing you meat. And if you turn it over in red, you say no mas. You don't want it anymore. Okay, all right, well, let's give it a shot. And I'm eating, bringing this, bringing that, having that thing. Then the man could put some more sauce in it, maybe put some more meat on there. And I was a bigger man, right? So I was rolling with him. You dropped it, I'll be eating. And then when he stepped, I'm sitting there like, and my man still coming. This is the best.
And it's beautiful
how
they slice it.
Oh.
It is a sight
kept coming
to see.
I was done till the man come and said, we have the lamb, so it's medium. Would you like some? Yes, I would. It's just ridiculous. I was miserable. And I finally remembered turning the damn thing over.
Yeah.
I said, oh, that's what it is. Because as long as that bad boy green,
they come in.
And they're going to put that thing down on your plate and slide the meat up. You don't have to say yay, nay. They're going to have to tell you what it is. If you don't hesitate, it's getting sliced right there on your plate, man. And I'm telling you, it was a eye-opening experience for me. That to me reminds me of the smorgasbord. Because the smorgasbord was that it was a buffet that had everything.
Yeah.
Chinese food, soul food, seafood, 2-3 kinds of soup, gumbo, just literally what the name implies. What the name implies. Smorgasbord. Yeah. And then a big dessert thing, the ice cream and stuff. Yeah. We just talked about it. It's real.
Man, I mean, so like all of those different food places, my grandfather, my dad was the middle son of 5.
Okay.
But my dad is my grandfather's namesake.
That was a lyric from across 110th Street. I was the 3rd brother of 5. Doing what I had to do to survive. That's That's across 110th Street.
Okay.
Yes.
No,
that's across 110th Street was
with Johnny, somebody with the big glasses.
The poet. If you think you're lonely now, not Johnny had to wait.
Johnny, no. Somebody.
Help me out, D. Ramsey. What the boy did with? Oh, that's Bobby Womack.
Yeah, I knew. I could see who it was. Just couldn't think of his name. Yes.
Yeah, that's Bobby Womack.
Yes.
That's what I said. If you think you're lonely now, you I just couldn't call it name. But yes, that was across 110th Street. Mm-hmm. Yep, the 3rd brother of 5, doing what I had to do to survive.
And with my grandfather being from the country, Alexandria, Louisiana, he worked in the field and he worked as a longshoreman here. So when we would go out to eat with my grandparents, my parents, we started using utensils. Like we were not grab the food with your hand, kids. So my grandfather used to be so tickled at us, my brother, like even in high chairs, we knives and forks cutting our food and stuff, and he would sit there and just watch us and be very tickled at my brother and I But those are like going to eat was a communal family communication. Downloading events of information, and you know, that's about the holidays that makes it really hard to deal with, because my Uncle Mars used to share stories, my daddy used to share stories, and then like when they got together and told stories, it's almost like watching like a sitcom with all of the things that they would talk about and share of things of days gone by.
That's right.
Things that you may not get to see again, but as you would travel around the city, they would also point out these places like this used to be this,
right.
This was that, and I miss that. I miss that a lot during this time specifically, but
that's your time
there's so many. Yes,
now.
it's so good to have things like tomorrow, the event with Will having the testimony of the big chief. We have to start documenting these things. Yeah. We have to start putting them together, because a lot of our stories, a lot of our histories is oral. We pass it down, orally, and so we need to start encapsulating and having these things to be able to store so that we can hear it in their voices.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Your story told by you.
Yes.
That's the beautiful part, man. Jackie Wilmore said my grandmother was the head cook at the original Jacobs on the Elysian Field. She cooked the gumbo, etouffee, etc.
Wow.
And look, Cam came back and said, I have eaten her food.
Yes. I went there a lot.
Yes, indeed, man. That was and listen, cooking was a art. We cooked.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I guess, man, Burger King was a treat.
Yeah.
I remember when Burger King had real hamburgers.
It was real food.
Real hamburger. It was thick.
Yeah.
Well, my mom used to be so mad because I don't know, I was a weird kid. I'm a weird grown up. But that's beyond the point. But as a weird kid, we'd go to Burger King.
Uh-huh.
And in my mind, I would get a longer eating experience and get fuller if I ate my Whopper one ingredient at a time.
Yes, you and Mary are kindreds.
Yes.
She does that now.
I'd eat the bun.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd pick up the lettuce, whatever was next, the lettuce and tomato, and I'd eat that. But I always used to ask for mayonnaise on both sides of bread. Because when I got to the meat and the cheese, I'd leave the pickles on there, and I'd pick that up, then I'd eat the bottom bun, and then I'd celebrate. Because now I can eat the meat and the cheese with the little pickles on it.
Yes.
That's the way I ate wow.
You and Emira belong together.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Dude, I don't do it anymore. But at the time, it made perfect sense. And I did it for a long time. And it wasn't, I don't know why I think it was, expedience. At that time, I was on my mama time. Okay. At that time, I was on my mama time. I was a kid. So you're going to take we out.
Right.
I would try to make it last long. But now, it's really, literally fast food.
Yes.
Dump it down and get on to work. Yeah, man, that's what this grown-up stuff sucks. It's the front porch, y'all. WBOK, 12:30 a.m. The station you listen to all day long. Sticky. Y'all don't go nowhere. We going to see you on the other side of the break. Train.
We used to have birthday parties in Burger King with the whole crowd. I have pictures of that. My brother and I for sure had birthday parties there.
Brought to you by New Schools, New Orleans.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Emira does that now in the car. Good morning, love. How are you? Sound like you still in the bed. Yeah. I was calling you because I haven't talked to you. I've seen you since I've been on the air, but I think the last time I talked to you, I had just gotten on the air. But I'm a host over at WBOK, and I host a wake up show and the front porch with Braylon. And I've been seeing your stuff. I was like, wait, why haven't I talked to him about what's going on? Gotta get you on to come talk about it. Yes. So, sure. Like, what do you like? Do you have like a certain time of day that you are available more so than not? Because the show's from 9 to 12. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to see. What you got going on?
Well,
90 years, the All-State Sugar Bowl Committee has celebrated athletic excellence and championed the spirit of giving. In the last decade, the Sugar Bowl has honored thousands of local athletes, donated over $4 million to teachers, and given away over $800,000 in scholarships, all while drawing nearly 1 million fans into the region. This New Year's Day, the All-State Sugar Bowl will double as a college football playoff semifinal at the Caesar Superdome. Learn more by visiting allstatesugarball.com. This is Dr. Jaquil Ross from New Schools for New Orleans, wishing everyone a warm and inviting holiday season.
You're on the front porch with WBOK 12:30 a.m.
Damn, how we say this dude's name again? Is it Delphil? Delphil. Are we sure? Or is it Delphil?
You want to have him say it?
That's what happened last time we were there. You just said Delphil. That's how you say it, man.
Delphil. It's like Romeo.
That's Romeo Delphil.
Yeah, Delphil.
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 Like Romeo. Ain't that what he said? Delphil. The last time he said that. Delphil like Romeo. He said, all right, well, that's strange enough, but whatever. Okay. Delphil like Romeo.
Mm-hmm. And that's Terrence Chaplin. And I don't remember these three. Of course, I know who she is.
That's welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 12:30 a.m. station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Braylon Brian Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
And that's Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all. Right here on the Front Porch as we continue our broadcast from the idyllic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. So you know we home. Stop on by. And be sure glad to see you over here. And you can get with us both on Facebook Live and Instagram. Yes.
No.
No.
YouTube.
Instagram.
On YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
There you go. That's something new to you.
So a lot of content creators are having problems doing lives on Instagram. Like it's not holding. And I hadn't had any problem in the year and a half. That I've been using it, but as of late, I'm not sure if there's a bug or a glitch or whatever. But they have like it's not holding the live long. It'll give you maybe up to 10 to 15 minutes, and it'll shut off.
Might be a glitch. A bug and a glitch.
Could be.
Ain't that a glitch?
Oh!
That's a
Nard
bug
is
and a
always so hard at work, but he's still listening.
glitch. They
And
can't
then
help it.
it's like, wait, what?
That man trying to keep his job.
What just happened just now? What? Oh,
As
it's
you
okay.
said,
It's
it could
okay.
have been a bug and a glitch.
Yes.
A
Put 'em
bug
together.
and a glitch. It's a glitch.
It's a combination word.
Yeah. And that's what's happening with the feed on the live.
Yeah,
And when you try to do it and it don't work, that's what you say.
that's what it is.
Man, ain't that a bitch? Close to the line.
Yeah, right there.
Close to the line.
Because one day I said, "Mother, father," and he was like, "Wait."
Yeah. Close to the line.
I was like, "No, I wouldn't. Listen, I will not be the cause of a fine."
Yeah, oh no. Oh no. Don't need that. No, ma'am. No, you paying this,
Yeah,
guy.
exactly. I just got a message of a picture of me and my line sisters, and I had to have been maybe 22 years old, and I am stunned.
There you go.
I am stunned.
Yeah, that's you.
Oh my God.
That's you.
That
Don't
is
look that much different.
wild.
Hairstyle, but
Yeah, I've had
That's
many,
you.
I have had all kinds of hairstyles. The only thing that I have not done.
believe it or not, me too. See why that's funny. Why that's funny. See, you're a hairist.
Am I?
You're a hairist.
Am I? Yeah. The only thing I haven't done is like dye my hair weird colors,
Oh,
or colors that are outside of that don't look like they go out. They would grow out of my scalp.
gotcha.
That's the only thing that I haven't done. Like the pinks and purples and blues. Nah, I ain't doing all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've had my hair cut close like yours.
Mm-hmm.
I have had my hair down my back, and at this point, it's just wherever I'm feeling, that's where we go.
Hey, it's just hair.
It's just hair. It'll
It's
grow.
just hair. Cam said Grill and Mabel cook for real. I learned so much from her. Shouts out Mabel Stevenson Rie.
Mhm.
Right out of Shrewsbury, Mama Mabel. Baby, let me tell you something. Sunday dinner was 5 or 6 things just on the regular.
Yeah. Yes.
Just on the regular.
And I don't
Might
really
have
know how
been
to do.
toothpaste,
I
might
don't know
have
how
some
we
stuff
do
like
that outside of that.
And that's just a regular. Just get up, start cooking, and by the time everybody sit down to eat, just regular Sunday dinner
Yeah.
with the whole table full of stuff and everything delicious. Everything delicious. Out in the berry where they ain't scary.
No.
That's a good way to grow up. I am telling you right now, a wonderful way to grow up. Most of my good memories have something about to do with food, or people or eating or laughing around eating barbecues at the kitchen table or out in the restaurant. Cause we still do that today. When we go out as a group, people got to be. Our staff got to go home.
Yeah.
Excuse me, folks. Didn't we have this conversation last year? We don't know how to go home. We don't know how to get home. You know.
Especially the food is good, the energy is right, the conversation is good. It's did I wear? Yes, I did wear stacks. I did have the flying hair. I sure did.
Yes, indeed.
Uh-oh.
Cam said, "Who's Sunday dinner after church?" And see, that's the thing. Dinner be ready, cause Miss Miller got to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner be ready,
Mm-hmm.
ready. She coming over to church ready to eat, baby.
Yep.
Food right here. Oh
Yep.
man, rest in power, Miss Mabel. Thank you so much.
And the grandmothers that made that happen.
Oh yeah,
I don't even know.
Grandma Mabel. That's what we talking
I
about.
don't even know how people like looking back at it. It just appeared. It seemed like magic.
They did it. They
Yeah.
did it effortlessly.
Yeah.
effortlessly. You never saw him stressed.
Right.
You never saw him stressed. And maybe loved me because I cook.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the morning, Kelly, he lazy, he just wake up hungry, right? And Miss Mabel know I go up in the kitchen. Baby, my grandmother had already told me, because Miss Mabel, I can cook something. Yeah, go ahead. Go up there, baby, I put that pot on with that water, get the whipping in pots, get the grits going, put that bacon. I can cook, man. I'm 13, 14 years old. No, man, you got to be.
You better
and
teach
she
your kids
loved
how
it.
to cook.
She loved it. You know, Kelly lays it back up there. Man, just pour the juice, sit down. But she loved that, man. She did. But I thank my grandmother for that, man, because my mother worked. My mom was a working woman. My mom and my dad, both of them were working people. We came home. My grandmother would be there, and she was like, "Come on in the kitchen, get your homework. We doing this." And I'm watching because I stayed home with me. I was used to shopping what they call Husky. Yes, indeed.
I understand what that's like being a bigger kid.
Stayed hungry. Oh, I had no problem with it. Big G. That's what they call it. I had no problem. We still played football, still ran outside, still did all that kind of stuff, you know? So, I just like food.
Yeah.
I just like food.
So when you were raised up, though, on people who cook, like my mother-in-law is a person who cooks, and I think that that was one of the things on whether or not I would be permitted to date her son. Gotcha. To date her son was if I could cook, right?
Amen.
And I mean, I can.
That's a good prerequisite.
I can, but being our kids don't. They're not junk food eaters. Like they are. When you say, "Oh, we gonna get some food," if we're not going to a restaurant and you're not cooking, and you talking about fast food, they're like, "That's nice for that's a snack," but.
And that's no meal.
Since babies, they are, stewed chicken, roast, all of those, they like food, and will only, like, as kids, food snobs.
Oh, yeah.
Food snobs. I don't eat that.
No.
What are those things, the circle things in the can?
Circle in the can?
The circle with tomato sauce or something on it.
SpaghettiOs?
I don't eat that, but I've seen them push that away as babies. Like, no, this isn't food. I'm not like it.
No, thank you.
That's exact. No, thank you.
No, thank you. Because they always have manners. Now, my Hill Haru Hamilton is a raw vegan. That boy will eat a handful of parsley because I've seen him do a little eating and eat a raw carrot.
I mean,
He just but he loves raw vegetables, and I'm like, I don't want to work that out of you, bro, because that's good. I can learn something from you when it comes to that. But he will knock them down. Onyx Ryan Soul, on the other hand, is a rice and gravy type.
Okay.
She loves vegetables too, but she's got appetite. She said, "Nah, brother, you do the raw vegan deal."
But
I need some of this chicken.
So thank you. Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. But the boy eats just raw vegetables, and I think I don't think I was like that as a kid. Matter of fact, I know I wasn't.
Oh.
I know I wasn't. I didn't really turn my nose up at anything at that time, I remember, but Brussels, because I think somebody loved Brussels sprouts, and I just did not.
I love Brussels sprouts.
And today I do.
And I can't tell you why, because I prefer Brussels sprouts to cabbage. And they are just little cabbages, but I love Brussels sprouts.
Oh, give me a big pot of cabbage, the big head cabbage, the one they throw off the float, the Irish parade.
I love Brussels sprouts because there's a taste that you can't get from cabbage. Like, it's not a tang, but it's I don't know how to describe. It's sort of a tang, but not a tang. The closer you get to the center of a Brussels sprout, because like I've eaten them in layers. That's how much I like them.
All right.
But
we have to figure out a new word for that. What is the center of a Brussels sprout?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is.
The taste.
As soon as we get back from this break, because we got some bills to pay. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. See y'all on the other side of the break.
Mom said, "Yep."
Is he buying? Is this what we talk about? Did he buy a time?
I don't know. You want me to go check?
Norman Robinson is back. Can you hear me now?
This might be what you talk about.
Can you hear me now? Each weekday, Norman Robinson brings you commentary with off the top. The incident was shocking, disturbing, disgusting, disappointing, and sad. Each weekday, off the top with Norman Robinson. It's heard exclusively right here. It's off the top with Norman Robinson.
Wednesday is looking like a partly to mostly cloudy, cool and breezy day. Temperatures this afternoon will be probably into the low to mid 60s. That's what we're picking up out of the northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour.
Both of the doctors up.
No rainfall in the forecast for today and tomorrow. Today, very similar to today with some mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures.
No, I'm gonna tell him as soon as he get here. We got Delphio, like Romeo. You the one said. You the one said. Blame me because I got a good remembering and a hell of a producer. Like Romeo.
Oh, dang. Emojis. One of the Baba emojis on my phone.
Cabbage, Brussels
Brussels
sprouts.
sprouts.
Wednesdays at noon, join Perry Shows, chairman of the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, and Angel Vanderpool, chief operations officer for What's Brewing New Orleans, a weekly conversation about, with, and for black-owned businesses. Brought to you by NORBCC, the voice of black business throughout the greater New Orleans region. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down each one of the issues that affect all of us. Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the front porch, WBOK 1230 AM station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Raylan Brian Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
And that's Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass. Y'all right here on this bad Chirren Wednesday, middle of the week, hump day, coming to you again from campus of Xavier University because we just love to be around here around all these brains and good people because we get it from them through osmosis because we ain't like going to no classes. Anyhow, 504-582-9422. We got to investigate them yuck faces and emojis.
I know.
Got to find out what that's all about. Pamela, what's happening with you?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, my people.
How you do?
How you doing, dog?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I'm just blessed. I'm so thankful to be in this world.
Amen.
Amen.
But, Kimber, I agree with you. Those Brussels,
Yeah.
I think that center, Brussels, okay? Because it's got like a buttery taste and the texture.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you chew it, the better it seems to get, girl. I mean, I be having my Brussels on. That's what we're going to call Brussels. Because it's a buttery Brussels.
Yes, it's delicious. They are delicious.
And let me tell you guys, the only thing that it does do, just like that, is boy, the next day, boy, you can feel you down.
You'll have a healthy sweet of your plum.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm telling you the truth, my grandmother used to do them, and it seemed like they melted in your mouth, and I like to get to that bitter where there's just that texture of a little bit more thickness.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Lord.
Yes, delicious. Absolutely.
I love y'all, and y'all take care and be blessed in the Lord.
Love you
right,
too. Have
now.
a great one, fam. Num 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 num. So
This last lesson is brought to you by the Brussels Sprouts Council of America.
So there was this place, I think it was called the Business Bar, and they had
Off West Street.
yes, they had these roasted Brussels sprouts, and it had a glaze on it. They didn't even need the glaze though. How Chef used to roast those Brussels sprouts, and I tell you, good to me.
Brussels, that was the balsamic. So they were right up off Red Street. It was a balsamic glaze and the Brussels. Yeah,
Yum,
nice spot.
Yum, delicious.
Yes, indeed. Laura said, I love Brussels as an adult. Have you tried it? Mark said, Brussels are the only vegetables I don't eat. And Monty said, yuck. For the Brussels sprouts. LOL. Now, gentlemen, let me ask you, do you eat cabbage? And it's just a question. If you eat cabbage, because I love cabbage. I like Brussels sprouts too, but there are very few greens that I don't like. Kale probably be one of them. Not a big kale fan.
What about cooked?
Cooked. What I've had it in a smoothie, and I'll get my kale intake that way. But cooked or raw, no. I don't. No. But all the rest of them, dandelions, lemongrass. Because I've had dandelion greens, I've had lemongrass, beetroots. You know what I'm saying? Beet tops. Those are greens. I like them. I like all that good stuff, but it's just I'm not a big fan of kale. Cap said that's how I make my Brussels sprouts: roasted and tossed with crushed bacon.
Oh,
Now, Brussels taste nothing like cabbage. They don't, but they're cousins. And Marty said you eat no cabbage at all.
Oh, okay.
See, that makes more sense. But they're not exact, but they're cousins. And you say, well, one cousin don't taste like the other cousin, but that's your business. I don't know your life like that. But the Brussels and the cabbage, they're in the same family. But I know people, because as a little kid, I didn't like them. As a little kid, I thought they were horrible. But I love cabbage. As a little kid, my grandmother make a big pot of cabbage. Oh, baby, what with the rice and the juice from the cabbage? Oh man, I'm a happy fella. But they couldn't give me to eat no Brussels sprouts. They couldn't. But as I got older and had not eaten them for years, and one day somebody had some roasted Brussels sprouts or something, said, "Okay, let me just," and boom, the tide has turned, and I've been a fan ever since.
There's one vegetable that I don't like unless it is cooked, like roasted, like over a fire on grill. Cauliflower. I don't like, if you steamed cauliflower, I don't want to eat like that. If you roasted it, I'll eat it that way. Or baked it, I'll eat it that way.
And that's one of the vegetables I can eat raw in a salad.
Yeah,
I love cauliflower.
I can do that one.
Florets, cauliflower.
But I don't want to eat it. You get steamed broccoli. I don't want it steamed.
My mama made broccoli, and by the time the dish was finished, it was so not vegetables. She cooked the broccoli with cheese, and it's my God, was it? But it was like an entree.
I'm sure.
It wasn't like a side dish. It was rich and full of cheese, and sometimes she mixed the cauliflower and the broccoli and bake them in it. Oh man, I guess that might be why I'm not as big on macaroni and cheese.
Because you had the vegetables.
Because I had the vegetables with the cheese, which was gratin. You just won't be fancy about it.
I can eat that.
Oh yeah. And it's funny because I can do the same thing with raw cauliflower and raw broccoli. If I'm on my salad kick and I'm putting together salad, it's the only thing about it, they weigh a lot, and it's better to make them kind of salads at home.
Because you
get it from the salad. Yeah. Oh yeah, because the cauliflower weighs a lot. Yeah. Comparatively speaking to beef or lettuce is what I'm saying. And when they charge you by the pound, your
weight.
Oh yeah, your salad gonna be like $80. But for a lunch salad, to pay about $10-12, that's not bad. And you could get it with all the stuff, all the good raw stuff that you put on there. But I eschew the cheese and the thick dressing, blue cheese and ranch and all that, because you might
I don't do white dressings.
I don't.
Because if you notice, like anytime that if there's not a Italian or
balsamic,
you don't see me eating the salad unless I'll pack the salad and take it home.
Right.
I don't eat white dressing at all.
Yeah, and the rich ones, because even like French, the thick creamy ones, just they defeat the purpose of eating a salad.
Yeah.
Especially and for those of you, I got me a salad. I put me some ham, some cheese, and some turkey.
You have a breadless sandwich.
And I dump a half a bottle of ranch on there and give me a little ranch on the side. Yeah. You're really not doing yourself any favors.
You're actually pouring the cholesterol and the fat into the arteries because that's what's going to stick.
D. Ramsey say the fried cauliflower from the vegan spot on North Broad is killing. That's sweet soul food. Okay. Right there by the tax place, right? Okay. What is that? That's Ursuline. Okay. That's Broad Ursuline. Oh yeah.
Fried cauliflower.
Oh baby.
Okay.
And then, yeah. I've had it.
I'll try that.
I'll have to
try that.
Mom said you do Italian and ranch together.
So.
But you don't eat Brussels sprouts. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Whatever.
I guess. But no, I don't eat ranch dressing. I do love blue cheese dressing, but I only do it like if it's a dip. Yeah. Or like carrots and celery and stuff like that. But I won't use it as a salad dressing because it's too much. If it's white or opaque stuff you can't see, if you can't see it, I mean you having some vegetables with your dressing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now the one time I do like I love a good blue cheese, and Morton's used to do a beef steak tomato salad with the blue cheese, the crumbled blue Maytag blue cheese on top, and then they put the house-made blue cheese dressing on it. Yeah. That was no redeeming dietary value at all, but damn, it was good. Oh, was it good? Oh man, big beef steak. Oh yeah, they just go together. The sharpness of the tomato and then that funkiness of the cheese and then the little.
And that's like the only sticky cheese I can do.
Ooh.
Some people like sticky cheeses. Blue cheese is the only sticky cheese I can do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gorgonzola, blue. I have not graduated to Limburg. I know people who love Limburger cheese. I'm not one of them. No. It is really stinky feet cheese.
If I can't get to it, I'm not eating it.
And I know people who feel the same way about me eating blue.
Yeah,
because I like blue on the burger.
It's a sticky. Ooh.
I love blue cheese on the burger, man. Oh. That's probably the only cheese I get on my burger. Unless you got like real cheddar.
Real cheddar cheese. Yeah, not the Kraft slice.
Nah. And nothing that comes already shredded. Yeah. It's got that cellular. If you buy shredded cheese, next time you get some, look at it. Pour a little bit in the hand, you look at it. You see why it's not sticking together? Because it's got that little coating on it. That's called cellulose. And that's included with the cheese after shredded to keep it from clumping together. It's always much better to buy block cheese and shred it and grate it yourself, because that little extra chemical, because that's what it is, that cellulose, it doesn't offer anything as far as flavor, nutritional value, anything like that. It's strictly for
preserving.
Well, to keep them separate, to keep them separate, to stop it. It's like an anti-clumping thing, because if you put, if you have a shredded cheese at home and you put it in a bowl because you didn't use all of it, as soon as you go to get it, it's one cheese together. It's stuck together again. That's what would happen in those packs of shredded cheese if you didn't have the cellulose to keep them separate. But you don't want that in your mac and cheese or in your body.
Because it's nasty. It does not taste good.
No. Shred your own cheese.
Yes.
It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. The station you listen to all day long. Stay, y'all. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
Somebody asked me why didn't I Alan and I cut like I do that. It's just said trivia
Once
teacher.
you know it's
It's in your stuff.
because of
Thursday, we like to travel.
cellular. And I tell everybody, if you use that one for Bell
Yes, it's on your
she made out of gas and petroleum. No,
Literally.
it's petroleum product.
It is.
How fast?
Samara Joy and Gregory Porter are coming to New Orleans for 2 wonderful holiday shows. See Grammy Best New Artist Samara Joy at the Orpheum Theater on Sunday, December 17th. And Grammy Award-winning jazz singer Gregory Porter at the Singer Theater on December 20th. Don't miss these 2 incredible shows. Get tickets for both shows at Ticketmaster.com. Samara Joy and Gregory Porter are coming to New Orleans. Get your tickets now.
Join us every fourth Tuesday at 8:20 a.m. United Healthcare goes live on the Good Morning Show. Tune in to hear United Healthcare talk about important health tips and more. That's every fourth Tuesday at 8:20 a.m. on the Good Morning Show.
Gibson Performing Arts Society brings the 2-person drama The Mountaintop about the final evening of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life to the Westwego Cultural Center. The show takes place in the Lorraine Motel Room the night after he delivered his famous I've Been to the Mountaintop speech as he reflects on his dreams and his legacy. Experience this intensely moving drama from January 25th through February 4th. Tickets at www.jpas.org.
Hello, WBOK listening audience. This is Pastor Robert Tanner of the Community Church of Woodbridge, Louisiana, inviting you to tune in to our Sunday morning broadcast at 10 a.m. every Sunday morning right here on WBOK 1230 a.m. That's Community Church with Pastor Robert Tanner every Sunday at 10 a.m. right here on WBOK 1230.
Hi, this is Wendell Pierce, partner at WBOK. And I'd like to wish you and your family a very happy holiday season.
Who did what?
He said smoked Gouda. I said, but Gouda isn't a stinky
Oh,
cheese.
no, it's not. I love it.
You're on the front porch with WBOK.
Smoked Gouda. Shit, I like blue cheese.
If I can't get next to it, I can't.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Greg and Brian Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Nyra's on the other side of the glass, bringing it to you right here on this bad Chirren Wednesday hump day, y'all. We are talking about the things, and y'all just going in about Brussels sprouts and blue cheese, man. Y'all goes off. Mark say blue cheese, hated it.
It's delicious.
It is very good. It is very good. I love it. Josh says smoked Gouda is the CHIT. I will not disagree with that.
It's but it's not a stinky cheese.
It's not a stinky cheese.
Yeah, it's not a stinky cheese.
Not at all.
It's
Salt
delicious.
cheese is a wonderful flavor. But no, it's not a stinky cheese. That would be either blue or gorgonzola. Kind of those, and what is that? Limburger. Those are the stinky cheeses.
No.
They're an acquired taste. I will say that. And my taste is only acquired the stink as far as blue, because beyond blue, and I know there are several cheeses that go on the funk meter.
Yeah.
Beyond blue, Limburger being one of them. But
if I can't get next to it, I'm not eating it. If I can smell it before I get there, no thank you.
Well, see, I know that's the case with blue cheese, though. I can smell it before, and it'll draw me to it. Like,
right, but it's
a different kind of funk.
It's a different kind of,
It's one that you're drawing.
Kind of
and it's
smell.
not that far from the others, because if you left blue cheese alone, because to let it continue the chemical process that makes it funky, it'll get to the degree, because blue is one thing, gorgonzola has gotten a little further, and then the idea of Limburg and the rest of the funky cheeses, you gotta want that.
No thank you. Since it's Christmas time, and if anybody was wondering, I wear a size any row of Gregory Porter concert tickets. He's coming to the singer. I am a huge fan. So yes, if anybody was interested, Gregory Porter concert tickets. Thank
What
you.
size?
Any row, any seat.
There you go.
Yes, I'm excited that he'll be here. One of my dearest friends turned me on to Gregory Porter years ago, and then once you learn about an artist, you want to know about the artist. It's like, this is a big guy. How did he get to sing? And then finding out he was a football player, and and hearing his range of singing, just it was like, okay, this is such an interesting story. But he's had quite a few hits. Actually, I have used his music in teaching.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I really am a big fan of Gregory Porter. So, yeah, size any row, Gregory Porter. Concert tickets. There you go.
So, just so you know, in talking about cheeses, if someone offers you a morsel of veau, you're familiar with veau, like Vaucare,
Yes.
Vieux,
Uh-huh.
Boulogne, Boulogne, veau, Boulogne, cheese. Just take it at your own risk because the researchers at Cranfield University named this cheese the world's smelliest cheese, and in France, it's banned from public transportation.
Oh. So that's what you have at your house, and that's what you want for lunch?
You cannot get on the bus.
Yeah.
You cannot get on the bus with veau Boulogne.
How you get close to it? If you can't get on public, how you get next to it?
It's drawing you though. See, that's what I'm saying. If you like it, it's not off-putting. You want it. You're like, oh, that's the smell I'm looking for. That lets me know that it's got X, Y, Z, this, that, and other. And it smells like gym socks, like feet. But it's actually very good for you. Believe it or not, it is actually some very healthy bacteria. It's been tested. It is one of the healthiest things that you can put in for gut health. People, the big thing now is gut health.
Probiotics.
Probiotics. You
Yes.
need to do your stomach right for the rest of you to act right and the different things, this, that, and the other. And it's good for that. But you got to get past, well, you know what they say. Once you get past the smell, you got to lick.
Yeah. You know what? That brings me to an idea about this comedian on Comic View. I remember this. I will never forget this. He said, I hate it when women call men dogs because a dog will smell a woman's orifice from across the street and risk his life across the street to go find that woman. If I can smell anything on you from across the street, I am going the opposite way. Same thing about that cheese. If I can smell it, I'm going another way.
I get it.
Yuck.
I get it. It's a great comparison.
If I can't get to it, I can't do nothing with it. Nothing.
Yeah. I
And
haven't had that.
When you're teaching kids,
And some of them smell like limber.
see 5th grade around springtime. That's when those hormones flip. Now it's a staggered thing, but by the time you get to springtime, everybody has flipped. They've gone to PE or lunch and recess, and they come back. The entire hallway smells like 5th grade. The entire hallway. And again, if you're a teacher who's teaching 5th grade, or you happen to be a teacher on that hallway, you need nose plugs because it's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have no problem with stinky cheeses, man.
And that is why I don't teach that grade. And it is also why I can't get next to it. You want me to be side by side with you and help you work out? Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna throw up. It's too much. It's too much. So God bless the teachers who are working with the little stinkies.
With the little stinkies.
Yes.
If you want to show them some stuff, you can bring them some Vieux Melon. You can bring them some Pont La Vue. And it says this cheese dates back to the 13th century and smells like it's been sitting underneath a pile of dirty laundry for all that time.
Wow.
Number three.
And got nerve to pair them with different wines.
Oh yeah. Oh, you would have to. You would. If you eating this cheese, would you want some wine or some champagne or some bourbon or some something? That's what I'm saying. Now, Cendre d'Olivet smells like the carcasses of animals which pheasants cover with branches as they lie rotting in the hedgerow under the blazing sun.
And we want to eat that?
That really sounds good. And these are delicacies. Mm-hmm. And number 4 is Esposés de Mojon, right? With a smell that's been described as unwashed skunk. This cheese was one of Napoleon's favorites. So we're pretty sure it's good enough for y'all. And of course, rounding out the list, number 5 is Limburger. The cheese is so stinky that it is responsible for at least one attempted suicide.
I bet. And we want to eat this? And those cheeses are expensive.
Oh, they're very expensive. Very expensive. Death Before Limburger Cheese. And this is from the New York Times, published June 12th, 1885. Officer Weinberg of the 26th Police Precinct took Teresa Ludwig into the Tombs Police Court yesterday and told Justice Patterson that the woman was intoxicated and that she was going to jump into the water from Pier Number 1, North River, when he caught her. Teresa is a young Irish woman and is married to a German. When they asked why she tried to kill herself, she said that her husband was always eating Limburger cheese and she could not bear to have him near her, especially when he tried to kiss her. She thought that death was preferable to the constant fumes of Limburger cheese. She was held for trial. June 12th,
but want to get away from
1885.
his stinky breath and his stinky cheese. I mean, I didn't want you to perish, man. But yeah.
Mom said, "Is that you I smell in your pocket?" No, that's me.
That's right. Yuck.
Now, you know, it's so many strange things, but isn't that weird, man? That this lady was.
She said,
"I'll
give me death.
That is so
than
cold.
to give me this stinky cheese."
And then won't kiss. She said, "I can't do it.
You want me to do what?
I can't do it." Can you imagine that? What that is? You have to literally stink. Like stink. The lady tried to kill herself.
Because she said no.
Because you eat too much Limburger and want to kiss.
Me.
And they said, I can't.
She said that's a hard hell no. It's a hard hell no.
Oh man. It's like Samara said I would have lived in a whole different house away from his stinky egg and his cheese. I mean, she wasn't trying to move Samara because I think the law was different. He probably could have carried God and dragged her back. She thought her only way out was eternity.
Yeah.
Was to take herself out. Oh, man, you got to really love somebody if they have an affinity for Limburger cheese or any of the other food that we talked about, of which Limburger is the 5th stinkiest.
I can't do it.
There are 4 more that are before that. This lady tried to kill herself.
Because she didn't want to smell it.
And that was number 5. So what if you was eating that first one? The one you can't bring on the train. You can't get on the bus. Oh, see, that's what I would do. I killed him. Man, listen, you could have left him. If you'd have left some of that Limburger cheese out, you could have left him in the apartment and been gone way across the country by somebody realized that stench wasn't just the Limburger.
Don't worry about that. It's just the cheese over there.
The cheese maker. You could be in Miami by the time you found out what was happening. Though, and free at last.
That's gross.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. Sticky stay, y'all don't go nowhere. We gonna see you on the other side of the break.
I ain't killing me. I'm sorry. I don't want to kill nobody. But you're not gonna do her. We just get the one.
Hey, we're ready to speak to you. What the hell? No, what you talking about?
I'm
She
not,
knew.
I'm not shave my head and move to another,
See, that what I
it was easy to get away. Then you had to worry about your facial recognition. You change the color of your hair, go somewhere else, then they'll find you. Man was able to rob banks and have a whole life. This 18, well, and she was too.
But she was French, she was German, so she still spoke French. They gonna look out for a French bro.
Yep.
Suicide, Jack. Suicide. Ask Ellie.
This is only open to Jefferson Parish residents with 150 clients accepted. You also can't have previously received this benefit for assistance during this allocation period. Today, if you're a renter in New Orleans and need help with your bills, the city is hosting a utility assistance event at Joe Brown Park from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. It's only for renters in danger of having their water or electricity turned off. It comes as New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell is giving her State of the City address at 4 p.m. in Gallier Hall. She's discussing the progress over the past year and the priorities of her administration into 2024. One area seeing progress, though, recruitment within the NOPD. Chief Ann Kirkpatrick says the department quadrupled the number of recruits from last year, hiring 90 and also 107 civilian employees. In addition to bonuses and other incentives, child care now being offered was a big draw. The council is applauding the positive strides. In Tangipahoa Parish, the LaRonja teacher accused of having a baby with one of her students is set to appear in court. Morgan Freshing has an arraignment hearing today at the Tangi courthouse. She's accused of sleeping with a 17-year-old student from LaRonja High for roughly 2 years, but left the school after those allegations surfaced.
WBOK thanks you for being a valued listener. You can expect the best talk shows filled with information, questions, and opinions. We do ask that if you'd like to make a comment, feel free to do so. But please keep your telephone comments to once a day, please. And be mindful to other listeners who'd like to get their comments heard as well. If you're a new listener, we invite you to participate in our on-air and online conversations and let the world know that you listen to WBOK 12:30 a.m.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Big Dayquil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. Dayquil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks Dayquil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use it directly.
You're on the front porch with WBOK 12:30 a.m.
Alright, let's go. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Shimmy, shimmy.
He's so kiss me and I kiss you back.
Oh, nothing but later. No, ain't no kissing going on this one. say so.
Woo!
Kiss me and I'll kiss you back.
I think that's where you were at in your mind. Yes.
Welcome to the front porch. My mind wanders sometimes.
And it was quite okay.
It was fine with me.
Because I was over here lost in the dancing.
Come
So,
on
you know.
WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Braylon Brian Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Narvin on the other side of the glass causing confusion. That's what that is, y'all. It's good to have y'all here as we continue our discussion on Bad Chirren Wednesday. We know what time it is. It's always fun. Cam, see, I can party on G-Shot today.
Yeah,
Shot G today at my age.
For sure.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure. Rest in
Hump the
peace.
hump.
Yes.
Oh.
You know, everybody, some people are putting in what they think the smells of the cheese was, and there's a phrase that my friend friend and colleague Catherine Caldwell and I would say when we would walk into a space where class hadn't started and it was already stinky. It smelled like a bag of smashed holes. A bag of smashed holes.
That's pretty.
Yeah, and it would be gross.
I'm sure.
Gross.
The collecting of them to put in the bag, I think, would be a little bit worse. Because if you just, man, the dude that had that job, you handle the bag, you got to go out and get a bag of holes so somebody can prove a point.
Smashed.
Well, it might be somebody else's job to smash it. Because I just figured, if I get them in the bag, you can smash them in the bag, which would make your life a little bit easier.
But they're in the bag.
They're in the bag. They're already in the bag. They're kind of rounded now. You got to smash them out, though.
Woo! I mean, like, we didn't even start class. Why is it funky in here?
Well, that is what happens when there's people.
Yeah.
Because even some of y'all, let me tell you something. You can't just blame the kiddies.
No.
Some of y'all are well past the age of majority.
Yeah.
And still are fighting a bit of a battle with your personal hygienic demons, as it were. Yeah. So good luck with that whole thing. But you know, Red Fox made a great album. He's made comedy albums back in the day.
Oh, yes.
And it was called You Got to Wash Your Ass.
Yeah.
And it is a classic.
Yeah.
A classic Red Fox comedy album. And there is an actual bit that goes along with the title, which speaks directly to what the thing is that we were just talking about just now. It went from stinky cheeses to y'all children.
Yeah.
It went from stinky cheeses to
Please
y'all
wash
children. So
everywhere.
and teach them.
Everywhere.
That they need to wash. Or show them
Find
by
all
example.
the places. Talk to them when they're little.
Show them by example.
Yeah, talk to them as you're doing it when,
Okay. By example.
Yeah.
By example.
Narrate that thing.
You don't have to bring them in
Good Lord.
the bathroom with you, but when you in there with them, you got to
You
tell them.
can do it all when you're washing them. Make sure you always get behind your ears.
That's right.
Make sure you move that and get in there.
Or you could just quote Red Fox. Just quote Red Fox, or if you have the wherewithal to do so, you could probably find a album cover, a vintage album cover from Red Fox, or a poster made from it, and just post it in your children's bathroom. Let's post it right there.
Yeah.
Now, it may cause you a bit of embarrassment when you all go to church and somebody at the church didn't, and your child very loudly said, "Mom, that lady got to wash up."
They didn't wash, Mom. The lady with the roses on her hat didn't wash, Mom.
That's what kids do. And
Loudly.
We civilize that out of them.
No.
Because we learn to sit next to someone who stinks and just put up with it.
Not me, girl. And you can have your feelings hurt. I mean, I won't embarrass you, but if you ask me while I'm moving, you're offensive.
I wish I could make that promise.
You're offensive.
Oh, I know you stink.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go.
You're offensive. I can't do it.
No, baby, that is not good. That is never good. But, you know, if you do it in a nice way, you might get through it. But I wouldn't suggest it. Yeah. I would not suggest it. So teach your children at an early age how to take care of themselves.
That ain't fun.
No, you don't want to be, no, indeed, man. But see, stinky people have an advantage because if they get you in the right position, all you're going to do is flop down. That's a done deal, baby. That is a done deal. Don't let that happen no more, you know, because it is not necessary for those things to actually happen. Random question, is it weird that I use 3 washcloths to shower? Yeah.
No, that's not weird.
Nah, that's weird.
But what's the third one for? Because like I use 2, so that's what I'm saying. It's not weird. There's a towel that I will only wash my face with.
I only wash my face with my hands.
Really?
I only wash my face because it's
I
rough.
know people like
rough.
that.
I only wash my face
I
with my
know
hands,
people like that.
and it's after I get out of the shower. I
Okay.
wash my face with my hands, so that way I'm doing and I can look. My eyes open, I can take my time, right? But I don't use any. The towel is rough sometimes, and those little scrubbing pads that people used to do when they had acne. I don't use those anymore. But my face is strictly
your hands.
My hands, strictly my hands.
Yeah.
Now, I'll use one bad towel to catch everything else because that's all in the same game. Because it's got to get watered, but it ain't my face.
So I have a
but
towel
everything else.
to wash from my neck to my face. That's the towel I use it only for that. And then the rest of the other towels for my body. So what's the third one for, Mark? I mean,
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
I'm curious.
For your feet, maybe? One towel for your feet?
But I mean,
See, I start from the top down.
I do because gravity, water goes down. So you wash and
Even
you
in the
keep
tub,
going down.
Even if I'm like, I
I
wash up your
only
neck and
soak
ears.
in the tub. I do not take baths because it's skin soup.
Oh, well, no. See, I do that because I get in the tub, boom, relax for a minute, let some of the water out, rerun the hot water, get up, now I take my bath, and when I'm rinsed, I'm out. But I'm not going to take a bath and then rinse and then sit in the water. That's not, think about it. That doesn't really make
I only soak in the tub.
I'll bathe. I can take a good bath. That's how I grew up. Taking a
I
bath.
did too. But it's like you're sitting in skin dirt soup.
I'll say 1 for face, 1 for underarms and upper body, 1 for lower extremities.
3 though?
Yeah, no. No, I'll use my hands and use a washcloth for everything else. And, save the planet, man. Stop wasting water. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. How many towels y'all use to wash? Very interesting question.
Interesting.
We're going to talk about it. See you on the other side of the break, yeah?
3.
That's too much, man. Use my hands to wash my face. When I'm in there, start up here. Ears, neck, shoulders, arms, chest, back, underarms, down legs, crotch, down to the feet, wipe off. Done. Get out the tub, hit the sink, wash my face, rinse, brush, shave if I need to, and boom, done. I 4 or 5 times I've been in the tub this time tomorrow. Where my ass towel? Hold on, what the? Yo, shit, and on the towel with different colors. Do you have it marked? How do you know if there's an accident they fall in the tub altogether?
Right.
How do you differentiate which is the ass towel from the face towel?
Yeah, they're different colors.
I would hope they're different colors.
But here's 3.
But if you buy a pack and they're all white, that's your ass.
3. Because that's a lot of switch-ups.
That is a lot of switch-ups. See, I don't use nothing rough on my face.
I get that.
Yeah, I just my hands. That's enough. Now I will use like after Zulu, something like when I've been wearing that whole face makeup. I get a little One of the scrub things, yeah, get that off, and then when I go to scrub, because I want to get all this shit out. But that's other than that, no restriction.
While drawing nearly 1 million fans into the region. This New Year's Day, the All-State Sugar Bowl will double as a college football playoff semifinal at the season. Learn more by visiting allstatesugarbowls.com.
This is Jeff Thomas wishing you happy holidays.
You're on the front porch with WBOK 12:30 a.m.
On the white face towel, how you know something? That they get mixed up. How you know face towel from ass towel? If they all white. If they all white. That's it. You want to ask the question? I'm going to tell you.
I just sit and giggle.
Me too, Sam. And Lord said, I need y'all. Y'all making my point. I got one towel. Use your hand. Y'all be mixing up the ass towel and the foot towel. Face towel. Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Chirren Brian Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all, as we walk into this final hour of today's episode of the Front Porch, as we continue our broadcast from the historic campus of Xavier University. From our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. And of course, we are holding forth on Facebook Live, so you can get with us there and you can give us a call, 504-582-9422. And of course, at www.wbok1230.com. You can find us right there. The question came up, how many towels do you use per bath session? We've gotten up to 3. We've gotten up to 3. I'm a 1 towel and face guy, right? Kim was 2 towels.
Yes.
And so Mariam say I'll go to Marshall's or TJ Maxx and buy all the white face towels that are on the clearance rack.
So
Cam say me too. Sam's Club and Ross sell them in packs of 12. Well,
so are your washcloths the same color?
that's what I want to know, because how y'all differentiate from the butt towel, from the foot towel to the face towel with all them white? Just what? Are they little markings? You put a little dye on there, 1 dot for face, 2 dots for body, 3 dots for the foot. I don't know. What's your system? I'm curious, because I'm serious. I use a towel and have always washed my face with my hands.
My face towels are white. My everything else towels are colored. They're random colors. So, but I know which one. When I'm in the, when after we wash clothes, we put our towels up. There's a white towel on my left and whatever color towel next to it. So the white towel is my face towel.
All right. Laura says she do not like white towels, especially if a man uses them. I don't know if I understand
that might be a little offensive, Lori.
What you mean, Laura?
Because some men, I do understand.
You need to keep them men out your shower.
Not all men.
You need to keep them men out your shower. But then again, Lord said, that's the only way you stay if you get in the shower. Just don't have no white towel. That's all. We're going to find out. We're going to delve more deeper into this.
But then what you going to do when you travel? Because they only have white towels when you travel.
You got to make them go bed in somebody else's room. Tell them go down to the locker room.
Or just be not a nasty guy.
Or I'm telling you, spend the money for a hotel that has a gym. Send them to go take a shower in the gym.
That's cold.
It's cold, but it's what it is. Who paying for the room?
That's cold.
Are you a sponsor or you got food out?
But still, if you have to be sent away to wash your body, no thank you.
Yeah, well, there you go.
You cannot go with me.
There you go.
At all. And if I'm afraid what the towel's gonna look like after you bathe yourself with a white towel, no. And if I saw it, it's a hell no.
Yeah, that's right. You remove yourself from that complication by sending this funky behind to the gym.
Wow.
Go downstairs and take a shower, and I'll see you when you get back.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. 504-582-9422. What's happening, Elwin?
Elwin?
Here's my question. I use 2.
Okay, how can you tell the difference between the two, Elwin?
Well, one is the wash towel, one is the state, and one is the dry towel.
What color are they?
Well, now another story. That is another story.
Okay.
But I think they're all white. What you think, Brian?
I'm a one towel guy. I'm a one towel guy. I got a face towel, a washcloth that I wash my body with. I got a drying towel that I dry with, and I use my hands to wash my face. So I don't have a I don't do the whole two towel thing. That it's just never been my thing. I always use my hands.
Okay. Well, you're all right.
Why, thank you, mister. I didn't realize it was a test. But... So you're a two towel guy, huh? Now that just ain't the wash towel and the drying towel, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the number of towels that you would use if you were taking a shower. If you were washing yourself, how many towels would you use?
Well, I mean, I don't use them too, but I use one.
You use one, and then use your drying towel when you get out, right?
Yeah, when I get out.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're a one towel guy too, man. What you wash your face with? I wash my face with the face towel. All right. So you have 3 towels.
Yeah, something like that.
All right then. You sound decidedly confused, my friend. So the next time you go to take your good shower, that's what I'm trying to do. That's my job. I want you to count studiously the number of towels that you take out before you begin your daily lavation. You feel me? And once you do that, you call us back and tell us the exact number of towels that task took.
And he couldn't even hold it.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
I cannot.
Why? Something got to be wrong with me.
What's wrong with it?
I'm a one towel face hand wash guy. Y'all ain't gonna make me feel alive. Y'all are not.
Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed?
He did not. He's very pleasant.
I'm telling you. Plus, I slept on the sofa. So.
Oh wait, what?
The cuckoo man kept you on the head.
Who is the cuckoo man? I ain't never heard nobody like that.
I want to know.
Huh?
I want to know, who is the cuckoo man?
Elwin.
How did we get here?
Elwin is the cuckoo man from what I can see this morning. What?
Oh my goodness.
I am in a wonderful mood, Elwin. I just ain't had nothing what you didn't have for breakfast. I can see the difference, though.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going to comment on that. But,
say, man, you ain't got to comment on that. But listen, we do want that information because we're taking a survey, all right? And we need you to give us your information. The next time you take your bath, we need to know the total amount of towels that you use. You come back and tell me, all right?
You want me to call you right back?
No. You can put your clothes on. Please don't call me naked or in the shower or even wet. Don't know, Elwin. You, matter of fact, put on a jacket when you call me, bro, and a hoodie and some gloves.
Wait a minute, are you trying to mummify him?
I know you might. Yeah, wrap yourself in saran wrap. That'll help too. Yes, indeed. No, man. You wait till after all that's done and then count the towels and call and let us know, all right?
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
I will talk to you later.
Talk to us later after the shower or the bath, whichever one you take, and you fully dressed, and then you let us know how many towels you used, all right?
Tell it a good deal of me.
Thank you, baby. We look forward to hearing from you.
All right.
Later.
All right.
Your public awaits, man.
Wow.
Graylin, do you wash your front lower and back lower with the same towel? Yeah, Black.
Yeah.
It's one towel. I wash everything from the top down. Neck, ears, chest, shoulders, arms, back, thighs, top, bottom, front, bottom, whatever you call that, whatever you call the front, back, top side, all that get washed down my legs, and I rinse off and get out the tub. Y'all put a lot of thought in what y'all do in the tub. I'm not that guy. I'm pretty much routine. I've been bathing myself for quite some time now. I pretty much know my way around the territory. So it don't take me long, huh? I don't, Mark say that's nasty.
Why?
Why that's nasty? I'm in the tub. I'm using soap. Oh, I never did say soap. Do y'all use soap?
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm just, because some of y'all might be like the people on TV. You never see the people on TV with no towel washing themselves. They be happy as a mug. And they be using their hands all under their arms and their crotchal areas, front and back. They do that.
No, sir.
Just plenty, and they just be grinning. Oh, I'm so happy I'm up here. Bruh, I don't know if that's how you roll. No, indeed. What's nasty? No, cuz. You kind of persnickety.
So yes, we should have asked, do you use soap?
Soap?
Yes. Because
I use soap.
If you use soap and warm water, and I am, like many women, or the complaint that men often have is the water's too hot. But yes, I am a hot water and soap person.
Kimber Gumbo. Y'all, grown women is crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all be cooking yourself in there. Cooking.
No,
yeah, you do. But go ahead.
You're getting all the
Kimber
dirt
Gumbo.
and bacteria.
No, I'm a good hot water bad person, but there's hot and then there is women hot. I don't do women hot. No. Y'all be making gumbo. No, ma'am.
You're getting all the dirt. And so I can only use certain soaps because I have an allergy to like a lot of those strong soaps that I see people putting up there.
Dove for sensitive skin.
No, because that's too oily.
That's what I use.
Okay, so that's what you use.
That's what I use.
It's a white.
White?
So it's white. No. It's
white is soap?
No,
it
comes in this white packaging. I'm gonna look it up. I use that. I use Ivory. I can use Ivory soap.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another soap that I can use because the Dove, it has too much oil in it, and it leaves like this film on my face. But there is a particular soap that I use, and I'm looking for it. Castile soap is often a soap that I will use.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know about that one. Shea butter soap, lavender soap. I've used the black soap before, but
black soap is great for your face.
I go back and I go to my standard, and I'm pretty satisfied with it because I got sensitive skin.
Mm-hmm.
So I use the Dove, and I've had no problems, and I don't use any of those things. Like when I wash my clothes, I use the free, no dyes, no perfume, none of that stuff, because all that stuff irritates you, man. Because the reason that it smells fresh for so long is because there's still chemicals in the clothes.
Right. And
that's why it smells like that.
My parents, I could not wear regular diapers. I had to either wear cloth diapers or the Kimbees. I don't know if you ever heard of those. Mm-hmm. And they had to wash my clothes in Ivory Snow or Dreft. Otherwise, my skin would break out. But Kirk's is the name of the soap. Kirk's Castile soap. And then also Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile Peppermint Soap. Yeah. And have you ever used that?
I know Dr. Bronner's.
Feel like you're sliding down ice slope.
Yeah, that kind of dries me out.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, because I've used Dr. Bronner's. And I love the smell.
Yeah.
That peppermint,
yes.
Oh, it's bracing. It'll get you up.
Yeah.
But then I got to take me back. I feel it does that to me.
All the pores are open.
Which is a good thing,
yeah.
But it's not.
But Castile soap is what I have to use. Otherwise, my skin will be several different colors of red.
No, I understand clearly. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK, 12:30 a.m. Station you listen to all day long. Stick and stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. We got a little company coming on the porch, so don't leave. We got to pay some bills. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
Bubba Bexley?
Bubba Bexley. That was from Fred Sam. That was Skillet Leroy.
Yeah. Blood on the sports report. Make sure you join me with the Daily Blood. That's right. Blood from 4 to 7 p.m. every day on WBOK 12:30 a.m. The station you listen to all day long.
Well, your Wednesday is looking like a party to
Like Romeo. Like Romeo.
How are you? It's good to see you.
To the northeast.
Oh, look, do we have
Like
kind of like the same shoe on today? Yeah, they are. Those cool, huh? Yeah, cool.
They cool, huh?
Today with some
Yes. But I was cool, honey, for y'all never knew this stuff. Just so you know.
Yeah, it look like
I know. I've been doing this. I've been here.
10, 15 years old.
Just about 6. Just about 6. But guess what? Feel like I'm barefoot, you heard?
Yeah, they are comfortable.
Feel like I'm barefoot.
It's so good to take an unofficial visit. Hosted by Hall of Fame.
My son was the bass player at Yoga. He graduated last year. He's at LSU. He plays the bass in the bass guitar. And I'm friends with Cheryl and Sarah. When Gambit uses Sarah, she comes to play with my dog. He's really chill, but he's like Marmaduke.
Art, culture, and social change with over 6,000 square feet of gallery and meeting space. Just 51 works of art that explore the South's heritage, culture, and history through the extraordinary lens of local artist, educator, and humanist John P. Scott, located in downtown New Orleans.
Where you going, bro?
The center is open Thursday through Saturday, 12 to 6 p.m. Learn more at leh.org.
Second half of it is playing about the Sean. We set up playing on well, hold up, man. We get you some gigs, man. Oh, listen.
Your brothers out there,
Cultural enrichment and free educational
Something like this, just
to learn more about the New Orleans Jazz Heritage Foundation. Please visit
so much.
us at
Is the crowd starting to thicken up? As closer it gets to
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 12:30 a.m. You're on the front porch. WBOK 12:30 a.m.
I just do it to work on the chops.
Gotcha. Practice.
That's tough. Boy. That's a tough one. You know, they still got like the 1970 waves. But I think it's just waves of 97 might be even worse.
Who's this cat?
John Gray.
John Gray.
John Gray, yeah. He went to Southern University.
Oh, did he?
And he does like a lot of the road management, like stuff guys, man. Guys. Okay. You got a number of cats in the band with this Terrence Tappert. I recall.
All of them cute. I didn't call him. You ain't go to Southern. Huh? That's right, you went to break.
Had a number of cats in Southern.
The Christmas album. Not yet.
We need to do something. In fact, I think that'll be the goal for
Next year. Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. The station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Raylan Ryan Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all. Right back here on this bad Chirren Wednesday. With a little music that portends our next guest, because I told y'all for the break we was going to have company. And we do. Joining us on the Front Porch once again, it's always a pleasure to welcome back, like Romeo, Delvio Marcellus. Oh, man, I'm right now. I might be wrong once, but I ain't gonna be wrong.
You got it. So yeah, one towel is plenty, man.
One?
One towel is plenty.
That's yourself?
Yeah, man.
All right, all right. How you doing, brother? Welcome back.
Welcome.
Good. Yeah.
You all right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Glad to be here, and
For sure.
we've been playing and got some things going.
I know you're here to talk about a couple of those things today, man.
Yes.
Why you been busy? What
Yeah.
have you been doing? Hitting it around the city? You guys been on the road?
We're going out on the road in February. We're gonna come back and do a new CD with the Uptown Jazz Orchestra,
Okay.
and so, we've got that. course, we got our kids working with the Uptown Music Theater.
Yes.
Yes, we're planning a trip to San Diego for the Martin Luther King
With them,
weekend. Yes.
with the kids.
You know,
Okay.
opportunity. Yeah, usually that weekend we would go out and there'd be another competition. We decided that, you know, we did that enough years. We're gonna try something else.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we're trying to do that and also, you know, get them some exposure to at some point to some of the HBCUs.
Yes.
Just so they know what's going on.
Yes.
And keep that going.
That's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. Now, where's the tour taking y'all in February? You be going for Carnival? Y'all be out of town?
Yeah. I guess it's like a double. You know, they got this Negro month plus it's Mardi Gras.
Wait a minute.
They say they gonna kill. They know they gonna take care of two birds. Like they say.
Mardi Gras and Negro month.
I
Yeah, we
cannot.
got it. You know, it's like so we booked the entire month, and that's it for the year.
That's it, man. A band full of Negroes. Take all your money to do a Negro month, and that's it.
That's it. All right, y'all. We got that in the Jazz Fest.
Yes,
We
indeed.
got to say, all right, y'all.
Yes.
You know, I did some plays. I did the former Lusher School. A few years back, I was working. The parents wanted me to write some musicals for the kids, get them exposure to Black History Month.
Okay.
And I said,
In a musical form.
oh yes, yes, which we did. We did about 5-6 years, which was interesting. But I told them I would do it as long as that the performances were not in the month of February.
I got you. I got you. We'll talk about it on the month of February, but the performances come throughout the year.
Right.
No, that makes sense, man. That makes sense.
It was a good time. You know, you got to just stay out here and with the passing of my father, and I just had the fortune of Mr. Wendell Pierce came by, his dad. Unfortunately passed on, but he came by the gig last week, and we sat and reminisced and talked about the importance of our fathers and the importance of what we're doing, and making sure that the younger people understand our perspective. There's lots of perspectives, and if we don't provide them with our own, then
they get it from somebody else.
Yeah.
They get it from somebody who
From a
made it
different
up.
lens, yeah.
You know, they get it from somebody who made it up. But I think that it's vitally important that we tell our own story, unafraid, just like it is, what it is, straight no chasing.
Right.
Straight no chasing. And I think the kids respond to that more so than most other things because I think a lot of them think the world is full of it. So when you're straight with them, they get that and they respond to it. Your opportunity to keep working with kids stems straight from the men you mentioned, not just your dad, but Kid Jordan and several other, Mr. Baptiste, several other greats who were part of this thing. Al Baptiste,
Danny Barker, you know, Frog Joseph, Teddy Riley, man, the list goes
on and on. But you got from them what you're giving back.
Right.
Is that a fair statement?
In their own way. Oh, for sure. But you know, the other thing is like, you know, I work with Elvin Jones.
Yes.
Pontiac, Michigan. His people's from Mississippi. But, you know, he wasn't a man. He wasn't about talking a lot. He just provided by example. You know, so one thing I realized is when we first started playing a song, we play it at a certain tempo, it would be slow until we learned the song. And then he would pick the tempo. And I didn't really even know this until I listened to some recordings.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh damn. So when we first started playing the song, it's a slow tempo. And then as we get more comfortable with it, then he would
speed it up.
tempo. Right. But there's not anything that he would ever say.
This is what we're doing. It just did.
Yeah. And he just, so that's the great thing, the great part for me about being around all these great black men. They each had their own methodology.
Yes.
But they presented it with a certain kind of love and passion. Even somebody like Art Blakey, who you wouldn't sense the love because he was just rough.
Yeah.
Just
His personality is a rough
You
dude.
have that way.
He was just like this. But I think all of that's important. And you know, in my conversation with my daughter, I might say something that she's in disagreement with. And I say, look, I'm not changing. You got to understand, this perspective was around way before you showed up.
Before you showed up. That's the truth. I love your opinion, and I can learn from it, but who I am is who I'm going to be.
I don't tell a lot of that. I'm like, you got your opinion, and that's cool. But, you know, understand this is where I'm coming from.
That's it.
You know, I think it's important for what you said about the model because a lot of people don't understand that telling kids or telling people who work with you, telling them something versus showing them and providing the example, those things have to go together. But the modeling is actually what people tend to follow versus the language. The language kind of clears things up if you have additional questions, but what it is that you show, the persistence, the consistency of things, and if you stick and stay at it, then that gives people a guide to continue to move along with. But just saying and throwing words out there is not what really is not really providing a pathway so much as the action itself.
Right. And I'm trying to talk less. It's like it becomes difficult when you're used to a certain way of a method, but it's just I'm trying to figure out how can we get to what's the most direct route. And I think our kids for sure, they don't necessarily need us to say, I'm going to give you an example. They just need the example. They need the example. They need us to be there, and
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm old school, and I think that, a lot of those things are important. And really, the Africans, man, and I hate to generically say Africans, where you talking about specifically, but all across, Africa, you find out that these African nations they're going to be around. They have their system in place, and it may not be as extreme as the capitalist nations.
Not yet.
That have all these riches because they're not looking for that.
Right.
But they have the richness of community and the richness of family and the richness of understanding about why we're actually here. So I'm big ups.
And the richness of numbers, because pretty soon, just by the way the world goes, it's going to be the second largest population on earth from Africa and Nigeria and other countries that are involved. So get yourself ready.
And that's the way we like it.
I like it like that. I can relate to. Now tell me something. Growing up as the son of great Ellis Marcellus, would he be your most important teacher, or did you learn other things from any of the other gentlemen who you name, all the giants that you had the privilege of studying with?
Well, he was my most important teacher from the standpoint of life. I'm learning more about him now that he's gone.
I felt that when my dad died, because you meet his friends and it's.
Well, no, I'm reflecting on
things.
I'm reflecting on his approach to things and my lack of understanding of his approach while he was here.
Gotcha.
And it's
your growth
is making more sense to me now. But I would say, the thing that I miss most is just being able to call and just say, man, look, what's happening with this? And even if I don't agree with what he tells me, which I would more likely agree now than I did then, situations come up and I say, maybe I'm having a disagreement with somebody, and I want to know what's the best way to handle this. Like, should I call them? Should I send them an email? And he always would kind of just,
give you his take on it.
Yeah, so I miss that for sure. And whenever I write like liner notes, if I'm writing things, I would send him, and he would have a way of looking at everything. And he looked more holistically at things.
Okay.
So I look more specific. So that's what I would say. But as far as the other teachers, I would say that I learned different things from different people. Definitely be him the most. But I learned things from my brothers. Grandfather were really important. Ellis, Jason. Even being the younger brother. Some stuff from Jason. And that's the key, is to try to remain open to the idea of learning. Still, not so much the students of today, but the oldest.
Still learning. Still learning. Y'all don't go nowhere. We are in conversation with Delphio, like Romeo Marcellus, right here on the front porch. Don't go nowhere, y'all. We got a couple of bills to pay. Stick and stay. We're going to find out what's going on at Snug and what's going on in the other places. So don't go nowhere. We're going to see you on the other side of the break. You know that's forever, girl. You know that's forever.
Oh, yeah.
Romeo. Yes, sir.
I'll take it. I'm so fail.
And that's the
woman. Wait, I'll do the thing at 10. I don't know if you know this church, the second free mission Baptist on Burdett.
Okay.
Timothy Ray.
No, I do. Yeah. So he ran for his apple. That's his dad or his uncle. Somebody who runs the church. That's I know where you go.
So we played there. Saturday was a trip because we had a show over at the Caillou Center at 2. Then we did that at 6 at And we had another show at the Caillou Center at 7. So we ran uptown. What did the woman call me? The Filio.
No, the video.
It was something like Delefio. It was either Delefio or the Filio. I think it was Delefio.
Hell, I did better than that.
And I just came up and I said, thank you, darling. Delefio. And I do. I love you madly. Yes, you do. But you know, it's just yeah.
You just give it as okay. That's like growing up with a name like Grill. I'm glad if you get a G.
Yeah, right.
Get a G, I'm good. Yeah, that's me. Thank you. I get tired of explaining and pronouncing. You got a G in it? Thank you very much. We'll keep moving. Great. I'm naming it. I've had it. And let alone spell it.
Right.
Let alone
My name
spell
is
it.
Kimba, but I've been Kimberly, Kimber, Kimbra, and that's it.
What's up, Kimbra?
Yeah, my godfather calls me Kimbra. Still. But I texted my son, I said, I let him know you were on with us. He's like, no way. I was like, yeah. So I sent him the link, so he's watching now.
Okay. I should have been. I'm going to know in next week, I think.
Now he was the last bass player that was playing for the juniors and seniors, but he graduated last year, so they're trying to get somebody to. Yeah.
It's tough.
It's hard.
It's really tough. It's really tough.
And my daughter is a musician. She plays the clarinet, the flute, and she's getting ready to start with the oboe. So, but kids aren't playing those endangered instruments.
You gotta get out here. I mean,
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Raylan Bryant Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
It's Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all, right here on Bad Chirren Wednesday. And we're certainly living up to that name. Speaking right now on the Front Porch with Delfio, like Romeo, Orsett, my man, right here. Teacher, player, composer, instructor, all around good dude, man. Now, we were talking about the history and some of your teachers and your modeling what was shown to you and your give back to both the kids and the youth orchestra and as an instructor, because you still teach in the classroom, don't you? You do not. Okay, I heard you say NOCA just now.
we're going to do a master class.
Going to do a master class over at NOCA. Okay, all right. So you're keeping your hand in with moving the future of this music, keeping your hand in with the kids that are coming up.
Trying, it's such a difficult, most of the teachers, the methodology that they use is not the most conducive for really nurturing the great musicians. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to work out how to navigate with it. So, for example, a young man I met during the summer, and I told his father, I said, look, if you bring him by me for lessons, I'll teach him for free. He's 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
I'm teaching. This is no problem. He plays trombone. And he's like a foot taller than the actual trombone. Yeah. So like he can't reach all of the positions. So we had a couple of lessons. I haven't heard from him in a few weeks. But what I realized is that what black folk bring to music is always not only an excitement, but a love and a joy for the music. Yeah. And this is something that's not taught in the schools. This young man, I would show him a couple of things. It's your scales, you got to practice long-tones. But I would always start with whatever he wanted to play. Yeah. And I would always finish with whatever he would want to play. And I would tell him, whatever I ever show you, never lose sight of what you love. Mm-hmm. I will never say to you, don't practice this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So whatever he likes to practice. But and I want to see him again because there's a great trombone solo from the symphonic repertoire. Gustav Mahler, his Third Symphony. And it's literally just like bom, on those bom, 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 bom. But the way that the trombone is being played is something that this young man has never heard. Wow. And when I played it for him, his eyes got big. He started trying to play. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was like trying to figure it. And I'm like, this is what we have to continue to bring to the music. This is what New Orleans is.
Yes.
This young man represents New Orleans. And I'm like, this is what we have to get to the kids and try to inspire them to want to, to do. He's just special. All he has to do is keep doing it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And he's going to be, because he has that thing
That's what it is. He's got that thing, yeah.
And not everybody's gonna have that.
No,
thing.
Right.
You be talented, but you're gonna have that
But
thing.
it's like so I'm like, let's work on put him around, get some people around him.
Yeah.
You know, some youngsters that can play. We need a trumpet. Definitely need a trumpet. Just saying, we got to get that trumpet. We need the saxophone, but you know, the talent is out there, and we just have to do the work. We just, you know, I think we figure it as well. I was figuring, you know, as you get older, there's less work because you just kind of refine what you're doing.
What you doing, yeah.
But if we're serious about keeping this music thing the way that it is supposed to sound from a New Orleans perspective, then we have to do the work. Those of us who are able to. And so with the Uptown Jazz Orchestra, I've talked to two of our guys, John Gray and Roderick Paul, and now they're teaching at Southern University.
Yes, indeed.
They're over at Southern, so that's what we got to do.
And that's how do you see your pool is the kids that are out there? I know you're talking about the young man who you saw that has it, but beyond his specialness, how does the pool of your next generation of musicians, how do you feel about it? How you look?
I haven't done the inventory yet.
Right.
But there are whispers that my eldest brother Branford is going to be coming down here. So I think we're going to get together, you know, try to work out, what it is. You know,
Okay.
my dad was teaching, it wasn't a concern of his. Like he was not necessarily thinking, okay, I've got to go into the school, I've got to find students. It's like whoever showed up,
that's who got it.
That's who he told,
Yeah.
you know. And he just, you know, it was fortunate that we had a breeding ground for the great individuals.
That's right.
Going back, Kent Jordan,
That's right.
and Chris Severin.
Who is still teaching as one of CJ's
Oh,
teachers.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
You know, so you know, and them, and then of course Branford Whitman, Dr. Harrison, Terrence Blanchard, you know, Harry Connick,
Yeah, Nicholas Pitt, all of you.
it goes on and on.
Absolutely.
Shorty.
And then you new kids, Joe Dyson and Max Paupus and Max Moran and all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing I think is important. Just have the place, have somewhere where the kids know that they can get some information. So I'm going to try to provide some information.
Something like that.
With our Uptown Jazz Orchestra, we're going to also try to get a facility where we can, you know, expedite just the kids being able to come and learn and just have a different experience.
Yes.
You know.
Now you dropped Branford's name in that conversation. Now he's teaching, right? In is he is a professor?
He's at, as far as I know, it's hard to know.
I understand.
Okay, yeah.
I understand. But the last you heard,
He was at North Carolina.
at North Carolina, I remember he was in North Carolina. So coming home is a opportunity, or you guys are going to look to do something beyond the Uptown Jazz Orchestra as you and him together to try to.
He just whatever he got going, he got.
Okay, so he's bringing you in on his.
Yeah,
he's got
no, I'm
something.
just saying, he just wants to
He
come
wants
back
to
home.
come back home.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, it's not like
You got something to
not like
come
he's
home.
coming home for this specific
Right.
thing.
Gotcha.
But I would say while he's here, you know, I think he, you know, again, man, that's we looking at it from a different angle.
Different angle, yeah.
We're saying, okay, what can we do the next 20 years? Hopefully, we'll be here that long to set up the future generation. So, you know, we just trying to keep that going.
Man,
Speaking of which,
we in good hands.
we have this master class going on.
Okay.
And that's going to be on Saturday, 10 a.m. Now, this is when shift gears, of course, we've had the musical theater program, so many of the Uptown Music Theater. And we're bringing in Ms. Lisa Rendell, who has some, not only some Broadway experience, but she's in a number of movies on television. And she's coming in one day only.
Okay.
And that's Saturday, December the 16th, 10 a.m. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at KIP Leadership.
Active leadership.
Yes.
Okay. And this is a master class, and who can attend? Who should attend?
Everybody interested in theater, all the kids, especially even the parents can come and check it out also. But we'll be there in with the phone number.
Please, man, get before they need to contact to find out when it is to get tickets, RSVP, and do whatever it is they need to do. How can they do that?
All right, so you can always email at umtno.org.
UMTNO.
That's like Uptown Music Theater,
Mhm.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yes, info at WTNO.org.
Okay.
And the phone number 504-563-7591.
Give me that number one more time.
563
504.
504 563 7591. And it's going to be a great opportunity for kids to, firsthand. I think it's always important to meet people who are in the industry,
absolutely,
who are doing it, and you just get that experience of, because what you learn in the school, in any field, what you learn in the classroom is never what the real thing is.
That's right.
And, it can prepare you, it can help you, but there's always little nuances when it's real life. And it's things that you might not suspect. So we're delighted to have Ms. Right there.
It goes right into what you guys do and what the advantage a lot of young New Orleans musicians, even when you were young New Orleans musicians, you got a chance with older guys to actually go gig. And you learn quickly that the classroom is much different than the stage or the arena or anything like that. But those two things together get you a head start on a lot of other folks.
Oh yeah. Well, the live concert, it's more like real life. It is real life. The classroom and what some of the classrooms are preparing the kids to, it's away from the reality. And my dad's philosophy was always to get a gig somewhere. So even if we played classical music, it's like, okay, we were going, like during Christmas, actually this season, we would go to the shopping center. We would set up and then we would play some quartets. But you always want to have the situation where you're in front of people as soon as possible.
You gig.
And that's just what it is. So that's what now I'm playing. And I'm playing at the Bourbon Orleans, I'm playing at Mahogany Hall, as well as Snug Harbor. I'm trying to get as much experience as I can now.
Still,
because it's different. It's something. There's always something to learn when you're on the bandstand, and it's way different than you can learn it at your house and you do this and that, you can practice, but there's nothing like that interaction with people. And then
you feel the energy, the vibe, and everything changes.
People want you to play something you don't know and you don't want to play.
There you go. That's real life. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. How you might
be tired and you at the house. You say, "Well, I'm gonna just practice."
Right.
But if you on the gig,
you got to
make it happen.
You wish you would have practiced yesterday. Now, I'm sorry. You got to go.
That's the difference between the application and the theory. Because in the classroom, you do need to get the information of how to and what to do. But in the practice, if you are a musician who can't follow, if you're a musician who can't adjust, because sometimes whoever's taking the lead may adjust your tempo or may change the key. You need the foundation. The classroom piece is important, but if you don't get the practice of how to pivot, because that's what I think our kids who are straight book, they don't know what to do without having the manual right there with them. You have to be able to pivot in a real life situation, because that could tank your career.
Right. Well, I'm a fan of education. My mother was big on that, going to school. I'm a fan of that. But the other part of that is school isn't for everybody. Black folk, just historically, go back to that African methodology, they just learn and deal with things in a different way. Now we're able to adapt to kind of, and again, I'm generalizing to say this European kind of tradition.
More formal.
Not to say black folk never had school.
Right.
That's not the point. But the way that we're dealing with school now is more out of this kind of European way of.
I 100% agree with you.
And I'm like, look. So no, I mean, this is what it is. Okay, you have to know how to deal with it, but you also have to understand that, man, this is just what this is. This is separate from and I think for a lot of our black kids, we're not really putting them in a situation where they can be successful at what it is that is inherent in them. Man, look, we go to the school and we start playing, and if you're swinging, it's not just, we're going to play some jazz. Man, they start, the first soon they hear, buddy, up and they react to it. Yeah, you can feel we playing Mingus, man, the stuff that's really complex. And these kids we want to be thirsty. We want to tie in all of that.
Absolutely. I love that. Tell folks how they can follow you, where they can catch you at, your local hits, so we can tell folks what to do.
Started back at Snug Harbor. We'll be there tonight with the Uptown Jazz Orchestra. Sets at 7:30 and 9:30. Yeah, I think that's what it is. On Wednesdays, other than when we're on the road in February. But we'll be back there. So it's great to do that. And that's the main gig. But dmarcellus.com.
dmarcellus.com
on
Facebook, the Instagram,
Instagram, Twitter.
Obviously, you don't do it
Delphia.
yourself.
It doesn't say like Romeo, but Delphia.
Delphio, like Romeo. Marcellus.
F-E-A-Y-O, Delphia.
Delphio.
Which makes sense. You see that it's Delphia.
Delphio, like Romeo. I don't see what the problem is. Why you don't get it? Brother, thank you so much. All the best to you. You know you got an open invitation. Anything going on, please come back and let us know, all right?
Yeah, bro, appreciate that.
Yeah, you're right. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. Stick and stay, y'all. We got a few bills to pay, but I promise we're going to see you on the other side of the break.
You kids are giving me all the time, bro.
A pleasure, baby. A pleasure. You know that.
I'm going to get Bradford over here when he comes to town.
Oh, you better?
Yes, please.
You better. Don't tell him I'm going to talk about them. Don't tell him I'm asking him about them jean jumpsuit that the creators used to wear. I ain't gonna. You don't tell him. I ain't gonna tell him. I'm gonna bring it up. I used to work tonight. Him and your brother, him and Wayne, and the rest of them. I found out that Hamilton was the drummer. Shannon, brother. Andy. Shannon was the drummer, and Andy played bass. That's right. And we got to take a couple of pictures. Okay. Oh yeah.
The team's quarterback situation. Once led by the season, the Saints now find themselves navigating a post-Breeze era without a clear and consistent signal call. The unstable situation at the quarterback position has led to a lack of offensive rhythm and cohesion, leaving fans yearning for the days of Breeze's precision and leadership. Not only that, the coaching decisions have raised eyebrows among even the most loyal supporters. From perplexing play calls to seemingly conservative strategies, the coaching staff's approach has come under intense scrutiny. Fans who once reveled in the innovative and aggressive style of Sean Payton now find themselves questioning the direction and vision of the team. In a city known for its resilience and unwavering support, the frustration is palpable. You can feel it all over the city. In fact, I was at the game between the Saints and the Detroit Lions when fans expressed their displeasure loud and clear by booing quarterback Derek Carr. It was, to say the least, embarrassing. But to be honest, it's not.
Use one eye to keep one eye on your phone and one eye on his phone.
Paranoia. The paranoia.
Fans are now left wondering if the team can recapture the magic that led them to glory in seasons past. As the Saints confront these challenges, the fervent fan base remains committed, all but resident. We yearn for return to the glory days, where Sundays were a celebration of success rather than an experience in anxiety and patience. For now, the fate of the Saints hangs in the balance, and the collective frustration of Who Dat Nation echoes through the streets of New Orleans. This is Roman Robinson off the top.
This is your news update for WBOK 1230 AM and WDSU. For local news and weather, watch WDSU News. New Orleans Area Live, local with breaking news. Today at noon and
Some rates and terrible appearance.
So they told us in 2019.
Curtis Moore and Cecil K. That's it. Oh, they sold that shit to the Indian dude. Same dude that owned. Oh, that was from 2018. It was in 19.
Okay.
1990 to 2019.
Make sure you tune in
Hey.
every day to the Sports Report or the 7 p.m.
9 ain't there no more. Curtis Moore. That's him. I know I knew his name. Mr. Moore right there. Yeah, I remember your plates, Doc. I had plenty of them. Plenty of them.
You're on the front porch. WBOK 12:30 a.m.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 12:30 a.m., the station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Chirren Brian Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all, right here wrapping up this episode of Bad Chirren Wednesday right here. We want to definitely thank Delfeo, like Romeo Marcellus, for stopping by and bringing us up to date. A great conversation with him. And of course, you know what? I wanted to make sure we do one of my favorite actors has transitioned.
Yes.
And Andre Braugher, great actor, great brother from it was Reno 911, which was a comedy, and Homicide: Life on the Street. And the brother was 61, man, born in 1962. Born in 1962, and passed on. But a great actor. And I wanted to ask you guys to take a moment and send up some good vibes for his family, his sons, his wife, and all his friends and fans that are trying to comprehend that whole news, because it happened pretty quickly. A very brief illness, and he was gone, just like that. So, you know, rest in power, Andre Braugher, 61 years old. 504-582-9422. Get out, Jerry. What's up?
Family of the man you were just talking about, first of all.
Oh, yeah, Andre Braugher. Thank you, baby.
Just tell everyone out there, happy holiday season. And I would like to ask everybody in society to consider something. That's the ones people who do not have a car, consider their children, consider the fact that, we have a lot of giveaways. I saw one last night on TV. This brother was giving away stuff, but it was in French Quarter in kind of obscure place. And I just know, because I drive Uber, and I see a lot of kids out there that don't get toys, because it's not my first year driving for 8 years. And I see a lot of people in our neighborhood that they don't have a car to go to these places where they have these giveaways. They don't have nobody to take them, man. So I'd like for us to consider, getting some buses or getting trucks or whatever, and let's bring these gifts to these low-income areas. Let's bring them out there, not instead of having them come someplace that they can't get to. Let's bring them to them, okay? And that way, at least all the kids will, be able to enjoy some new things and have some fun at Christmas time, and not just the people that are basically kind of prosperous. Let's face it, man, a lot of that stuff is given away to people who they're going to get gifts. We're trying to reach the ones that don't and bring them home. I don't feel the same about Christmas as I did when I was real young. It was a time for sharing and caring. It's time for good feelings and showing true love for humanity, man. I'd like for us all to give away people to consider.
Yes, sir.
Finding an avenue to give some of these gifts to kids who really, really, really need it.
Thank you for that,
Thank
Jerry.
you
That's a
for
wonderful thought, man.
sharing
And
this perspective.
absolutely. And I'm sure there are people who are doing it that may have heard you and may consider adding in transportation to their giveaways in some form or fashion. But I don't think it's deliberate. I think it's probably because just like I heard it from you, it's a great perspective I hadn't even considered before.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, my friend. And once, on the porch, man, once you put it out there, it's going to take root and start to grow. And we appreciate you calling it.
That's good.
All right, my brother.
Thank you for sharing.
Take it easy.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely right. Never even consider that.
Never consider it because you think that
you're excited that people are doing something for
away.
Yes.
And you're right, for people who cannot get there, maybe there is a way to attach a transportation component to the giveaway. If it does not, because it's just logistics. It's volunteers, somebody with a truck, different things like that. But I'm sure it's something that the folks who are planning and executing those toy giveaways probably just never considered it. But I'm sure right now, because of the front porch being what it is, somebody's hearing that and giving that information to somebody whose ear to whom it matters, to whom it can make a difference, and actually get it done. So thank you for that, bro. We appreciate it. Yes. It's a good show, man. Sure want to thank.
Of course, it's a good show. It's the front porch.
Yeah. I'm sure sometimes it'd be better than others.
Yeah.
But it was a good one today, man. We got some great information. We shared some good stuff. Mom Jules said, "Don't forget to wash your ass." He's right. He's right. That is something that we do not want to leave. If there's only one lesson, 2 lessons that came from the day, is that Delphio is pronounced like Romeo, and you should not forget to wash your ass. Red Fox. Get the album. You gotta wash your ass.
Oh boy.
Thank y'all for giving us 2 hours, 3 hours today. It's Wednesday.
Yes.
Thank you for giving us 3 hours out of your lives that you'll never get back, and we certainly hope we've given you a little something in return for the investment of your time. I'm your host, Braylon Brian Banks.
And it's your girl, Kimber White Dupree. Be safe out there today, guys.
And that's Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all. Practice random acts of kindness. Do something nice for somebody just because it's a nice thing to do. Take care of yourselves, all right? And we're going to see y'all on the flip. Don't forget to wash your hands.